Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tombs of Scoria. How are my favorite players doing today?
Very well.
The favorite
Says
players.
this to everyone.
Wait, does he really? You wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I did.
Nick and I are here.
No, mate, I was watching a clip of Embers of the Wild, which
What?
doesn't have any of us in it, and he said it. Yeah.
That's a ridiculous statement to make.
Is it, though?
Where did we last leave our party?
I think we
You're
just
about to
killed
make
the
us
last
leave
of the
Glacier, right?
skeleton people, and they all had magical +6 swords. That's what I remember.
That sounds about right, yeah. We can roll with that. Our party has entered the woods, and you made camp. And as you're settling in to make camp, and you station your guards, you are alerted to the fact that there are spirits or specters or ghosts or wraiths or some sort of lost soul tied to this world still that have appeared in the woods nearby. And near them, rising from the background and the shadows, are skeletons. And before we engage too hard with this, I want to ask some questions about your lighting situation. Because here in the thick woods, covered atop with snow in the night, it is pitch dark without some source of light.
Bunch of magic lights, stones.
Okay, light stones?
Oh yeah.
Got it.
And
how do you do this?
A
Are they
fire.
in people's hands? Are they like arranged in spots in the snow? Are they on sticks? Are they tied to tents? How do you arrange your lighting?
And the most
Well,
optimal
this
way
is
to
a trap,
receive.
Yeah.
Well, so how do the magic lights that we have work? Are they on all the time or what?
I think you're using light stones, so they're always lit.
Yep.
Then I would imagine that when we're all going to sleep, I imagine in each tent, one person probably has one light stone. Probably in a bag.
Probably that as well as like a magic candle just in case they go off because light stones here are fucky. So we have a few magic candle and mundane lights around, but predominantly light stones.
You would have noticed some of your light stones have failed, and then some of them have turned back on again. What about outside your
Yeah,
tents?
well, I mean, I don't know how many we've got, but a perimeter of light stones would be a good thing to have. I would say that we're more scared of being ambushed than we are of, like, drawing attention.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Light stones, you'll need a way to like track them so you remember where they are and to be able to pick them up. And you can't just like set them on the snow. Maybe in some areas you can, but in other areas they might sink into it. How do you arrange your lights so that you have like a good view of everything around you?
I don't think we really
Can you give us the map? And light stones?
We can try. We can get a few twigs or something, like stick them in the ground, cross them over, like maybe get 3 to make like a little stand to put a stone on.
So make some little stands and just set the
Yeah.
stones on stands. Okay.
Oh, so we'd sleep with all the lights being set out like that?
But wait, if this is going to be important where the lights are, I would like a map, and I would like to radiate lights.
It's a thick wood, so we're not going to have like a proper battle map, but you can sort of just draw like, you put your tents really close together, or maybe like you put your tents in a line. You can go ahead and just like draw what you would try to find as an ideal campsite.
Can you give me
Knowing
some
that
circles for lightstone radius?
knowing that the image that you see before you on this map is like an indicator of how dense the woods are. They're pretty thick.
Yeah. Well, I would say that we find a clearing, we build a campfire, and then we set up all the tents like around the campfire like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got lights as if we can, like in around it. I could have chosen a better color for that, admittedly.
Yeah.
But we have the light stones. Again, a better color would have been preferable, but like this around the edges. This one in the middle is a fire nail, so I'll just, there you go.
There you go, I fixed your color.
Nice one. Like this.
And then where are light stones? I don't see them around the edges.
The red dots.
Oh, okay. I'm colorblind.
I
see 'em now, though.
See. What's the radius of a light stone? Is it 60 feet?
Let me just check
me
continual
so.
light.
Very specific.
Ooh.
60-foot
so-
radius.
Yeah, we're gonna say each one of these squares isn't 5 by 5, but each one of these squares is 10 by 5 or 10 by 10. So a single light stone will pretty much cover everything. right? If it goes out 60 feet from you, and your tents are maybe 15 feet wide at most, you should be pretty set.
We'll probably have like 3 or 4 light stones in the middle then, just in case one goes off. And then probably 1 light stone like out, well, like 1 or 2. So like 1 this way and 1 this way, pretty far out, that we just keep track of. Because again, as Nick said, we're more scared of like getting ambushed than anything.
Right. And what are these outer circles?
These are going to be tents.
These are okay, but you only have 3 tents, 3 large tents. So,
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Then
Well,
we'll do,
you know.
I don't know. Nick can draw it if he wants, but we could do something like this.
Okay. Oh yeah, I thought, well, you know, just like that, whatever, something like that. Now, in a circle, you know.
In a circle, yeah.
3 tents in a circle, sleds nearby.
Fire in the middle.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fire
yeah,
in the middle.
Fire in the middle. Sleds nearby.
Yeah.
Okay, so like sled, and flames. And then your 3 tents.
The sleds are obviously, but yeah.
Yeah, and then the light stone. One in the middle, one on
2
one
on the
side,
outer.
1 on the other side, like that.
Yeah. 3
Okay.
in the middle, because we have fuck with light stones. So just
Right,
3
you
in the
got a
middle,
bunch
just
of
in
them.
case. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right, we don't need
Just
all of
redundancy.
this yellow. Perfect. I just want to have an idea of what your lighting situation is like when we enter into this situation.
Okay. And then we also have the regular mundane fire, and then probably candles in every single.
Right.
Magic
Regular
candles.
ever-burning candles in the tents, light stones, and a fire outside. And whoever's on watch has the responsibility of filling the fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great. So everyone is awoken as these ghosts, these spirits appear, and with them skeletons, who at this moment are just sort of hanging back and looking in. And
If I remind you, Anton was on watch and he cast, as good or bad as this is, protection from undead scroll.
right.
And it lasts for 44 rounds.
Sounds right. So, you wake last we left, you woke everybody up.
Yeah.
And so people are coming out of tents, strapping on whatever gear that they need to be putting on, sword belts to their sides, cloaks over their shoulders, boots on the feet.
Yep.
And here you are, face to face with maybe 15, 20 ghosts of some kind, an equal number of skeletons that seem to be walking out of the snow, little drifts appearing before their shins as they trudge through it.
Anton will hail them, I guess. You said that there were spirits, specters, that were like scowling, angry.
They are.
It looked like there was like
certainly
a
not
lead
happy.
specter who was like happy about like what's happening, and like the way I took it, I guess, is like in a joyful way. Is that correct or no?
You can see there's sort of like a smirk on the face of one of them, one of the more well-dressed and groomed specters. That seems to be sort of like pleased with the situation. Not outright grinning, but sort of like,
Okay, Anton will just shine the amulet of Velthar at him. It's not on him. It's not around his neck, but he'll pull it out of his fucking pocket.
You hold the amulet of Velthara up to the specter, who seems to, take note of it. He recognizes or looks at the amulet.
Anton will take a few steps forward.
And it will speak to you in a foreign language.
Anton will cycle his languages.
No, none of them.
Any speak with tongues left?
Anton will
No.
hold out the back of his spear, I guess, like attempting to like poke or communicate with him, not in an anger way, but also holding his spear like tightly that it can't just be taken from him.
Did we ever figure out if Can Nick read any language?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can we just write on a parchment back and forth and like communicate the written language that way?
Correct.
know if
It's kind of hard
spectators
to
can
get him to
hold-
like
He
write
can't
it.
write.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
can't
can't hold a
back.
pen.
So I'm gonna try the communication through Dragon Sling.
The specter will sort of understand what you're doing here and reach out and wrap their fingers around the hilt of the spear. And the spear will sort of shudder and shake for a moment and then speak to you in your mind. The specter says that you cannot resist Drexel, that he will rule the land. The specter asks you to join them so that you can pick your station. They say if you resist, you will become like them. But, my lord, such a figure has not lived in these lands or anywhere on this world in many ages. These are hollow, empty threats.
Anton will take in the information, throw it over to his goons, Tyrael and Imric.
What did he say?
He said that we either need to join Drexel or we're gonna fall to the wayside.
Drexel. Isn't that the lich that almost destroyed the world in ages past?
I shrug my shoulders. Can we just join them? What do we need to do? A ritual, a dance? Doesn't matter?
These powerful forces. We shouldn't tarry mindlessly.
Do we think that Drexel is existing today and is still a threat? What is the
Assuming
alternative?
Drexel was one of the reasons that this land got omega fucked as it is. Maybe they're just specters of days past following him.
Perhaps. We
What
could
do we say to get him to fuck off?
perhaps tell them that we're not here for long. We've come to gather something and we'll be leaving. As much
Tell
as
him we
we'd
already
like to
followed
stay and
Drexel
help.
and show him the symbol,
What symbol?
the spear that we have, or the banner that we carry.
Was that a Drexel banner?
Anton shrugs.
Maybe just tell them, that we're...
Ask them
we're
what they'd
leaving.
have us do. What do they want us to do?
Anton,
They want us to join.
Yeah, but what does that
Ask,
mean?
yeah.
What do they require of us?
what does it mean to join? What would you have us do?
They say you surrender your weapons, your armor, your spell components, your holy symbols, all magical items, and follow them to their base, where they will commune with the thing.
Anton will laugh and shout it back.
Yeah, that sounds like that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I should go ahead.
Tell them no.
While they're over here doing their thing, am I able to do an advanced rogue perception check? Can I look around to see if I can make a count for how many people I feel might be out here?
Absolutely, yeah. Give me a perception check, and we'll see how accurate your head count can be.
Gotcha. I'd also, as I'm checking, so if I do roll high, I don't want to know this after, like, do they appear to be on edge, like, ready to draw their weapons and bows at a moment's notice, or do they seem to be, like, pretty lax, and they're just kind of, like, seeing what happens?
Yeah. So you can see that at this moment there are about 20. It's hard to see. Some of them are moving behind trees, but about 20, maybe like 19 to 22 ghosts about, and 30 skeletons, 30 to 33 skeletons. None of the skeletons are really armed or armored in any way and have no facial expressions or attitudes. They're just sort of empty shells. The specters, the ghosts, have a variety of emotions across their face. Some of them look like hungry and eager, like, you know, they're leaning forward and their hands are near where their spectral weapons would be, ready to attack. Other ones seem horrified and afraid, eyes wide in like a permanent state of terror. You can see like this trembling in their hands. There appears to be a wide variety of emotional states amongst the specters.
Anton will ask the Spectre, what year is it?
Great fucking question. Through the translation of your spear, you will get that these creatures have no... They say it is always the same year. They say it is the year of Drexel. It will be for now. It will be for all time. If you do not join with them.
Go back to the boys. All right. Which ones do you...
I would just tell them, I mean, we're going to make our way through the woods. We're here to gather some things that we want. If that's not enough for them, then we can cross blades here. We'll see who leaves alive. Or aliver, I don't know.
Perhaps offer the reasoning that we still have earthly matters to attend to far across the ocean, and we shall be leaving soon. We don't have time to dedicate our life to their cause.
Anton will put the spear with the Spectre, explain that we are traveling through the woods, we have something we need to do, but afterwards we will surely come back and have a conversation.
There's a quick chortle from the Spectre who tilts his head towards the sky and lets out a piercing, shrill cry. And on this, the skeletons begins to move in.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we rolling initiative?
Yeah, there's enough enemies that we should just roll group initiative. It's going to be too complicated to roll every single person all the time. So here is
double spearing, but yeah.
Skeletons will go on 1, and the party.
Right?
I mean, we're going after, probably.
Yeah.
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 All right. I'm gonna make 2 attacks against Tyrael, 2 attacks against Anton, 2 attacks against Imric, 2 attacks against Jack. I don't think any of those hit. 2 attacks against Pola's still alive, right?
Yeah.
Jack is not here. Jack is back.
Oh,
at
Jack.
camp.
Right, Jack is not here. So those
Turned
2
it
are
down.
against Pola. These will be against Van. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Van's AC isn't 16, is it?
You mean Vash?
Vash, yeah, not Van. Sorry.
His
No, he's
AC
got
is
high AC.
27.
Yeah. They will press in. You know, there's a lot of surface area here for them to get in. So we'll get 1 against Hans, Montem, and Vega.
Can I argue that everybody would have like ready to attacks at bare minimum?
Vega. You know,
I don't
that
think
gets really awkward because if everyone is ready at all the time, like then you roll initiative, then it doesn't mean everything. Then it doesn't matter who goes first, who goes second. Everybody just gets a ready to attack off. In fact, the person who goes first would only get 1 attack because the other person has a readied one and then rolls into initiative, and so that gets really sketchy. You know, it's
Okay.
not so much. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It comes into a weird standoff situation. The 20 will hit. I believe that was Hans for 1d4 clawing damage. And we might as well bring out these tokens.
Reduced hands HP.
Thank you. These 2 aren't here, but you and you and you are. Excellent. And as long as we have a little map here, we should put ourselves in some semblance of a circle. We know our 3 main characters are near each other since they were all communicating. I assume the party wasn't in a single straight flat line, but more in like a circle,
Probably, yeah.
defending the
Our
stuff
tents.
from all directions.
Where's Anton? Yeah, Anton was probably up here talking to the duders.
Yeah, probably Van Gang and Brain Gang over here, Pole over here. something like this. That's good enough for me. Okay. Vash, 1 against Lord Khan, and 2 against Brangang. These, monsters here, these skeletons are puny. They're weak. They're attacking at +0 to hit, and they're doing D4 damage. They are the weakest variety of skeletons. Bringing us to our player's turn.
I'm gonna just attack the specters. So here you go. Here's a Spear Rohana, and I'm gonna charge it for 5. People to hit. So 5 specters, hopefully. So here it is. 27. Does it hit the guy in front of me?
Yes. It's it's a fantastic blow.
It's gonna be 9 damage, and here's 2d6 for 5 people. They all have to stun save. I assume they're immune to electric, but.
Well, not these ones. 5d8. That is not how you roll it. So it will kill 3 specters. The one that you stabbed dies as well. 2 remain at 1 hit point as the lightning bounces from one to the other. And the specters just sort of vanish and evaporate as they get hit, bringing the specter count down to about 15.
Here's another attack. 30.
Another fantastic blow, dropping another specter.
Seeing them go down quite easily, I want to use lightning bolt. I want to try and get just the best hit I can, Neal. If you'll allow me to roll an intelligence check or something, maybe I'll try and bounce it off a tree to get a slightly better hit.
Yeah, I mean, they're around you in a bit of a circle, so there's not, like, anywhere you shoot, you're sort of going tangent to the circle. It's not the greatest situation.
If that's the case, though, I mean, I will I'll body check one of the skeletons and then fire it down the line, and hope to bounce it off a tree here and maybe even.
Yeah, give me an intelligence check and provoke an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Here is the attack of opportunity against you. Okay. Oh, natural.
If that hit, his spell would have got canceled, correct?
Yes, and they rolled a natural 20 to hit you.
Luckily, I'm wearing my robes.
That's true.
Misses.
Yeah, but you are.
No, he's wearing his robes.
No.
Hold on, but you specifically said body check. So if you're touching someone, then the displacement doesn't have effect because the physical location is known.
No, because he's attacking me as I come towards him, though.
That's true. The attack would come before you made contact. That's fair. You can lightning bolt down a line. You will critically botch your tree.
Do you want to say versus death to see if it hits some friends?
Yeah, I was going to say give me a save versus death, or it'll hit Vash instead of just go randomly into the darkness.
Wait, that's probably it.
That might be a password depending on what items he's got.
What items do you have, Mr. Emmerich? Do you have +4 to your saves?
Oh, yeah, me. So I was thinking about Vash, but I don't know why. But yeah, I've got +4. Yep.
Okay.
Cloak of Protection +2, and Ring of Protection +2. Yeah.
Yeah. So you just blast a hole through a whole bunch of skeletons, dropping 5 of them.
My turn. Can I just come out swinging?
Totally.
I'll attack a dude. 26. Does he blow up?
Yeah. You shatter a skeleton. It falls to the ground in 1,000 small pieces.
Attack another dude. 24. Does he blow up? Cool.
Yep. You hit and destroy another skeleton.
How many skeletons look like they're left?
You started off the battle with 33, 31. There's around 24 now.
Vash probably wants to.
The way, so you probably can't get an accurate head count of what's happening behind you. Please make full actions for all of the people on your team.
Vash is swinging. 16.
16 hits.
9 damage.
9 damage kills another one.
Yeah, Lord Khan will fire a magic missile at 3 specters, 1 missile at each. 1
missile at each one.
Yeah. For 2, 3, and 5.
It depends on the ones that he did, because he might be hitting the ones that Anton did 1 left life to. I don't know.
Well, Lord Khan's on the other side of the map, so I think he's hitting fresh things over there. He will drop none of them.
Hans and Vega, do you want me to do these, or?
Please.
12 hit a skeleton?
Yes, it does.
4.
2 damage. They are resistant to piercing. That one will live.
Hans is attacking, or hold on. Just kidding. Vega is attacking with a Carl. 15.
15 hits.
2-3 damage. And if they're near each other, then I imagine Hans is gonna hit the same target. Critical miss with a short sword.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
This was a 2 left on this one. This is a 1 left on that one. Any other players in the party?
Pola's
Gang?
gonna fight.
Did Pola
Bringing
go?
already
Pola,
did it.
yeah.
No, Pola. Alright, I'll roll for Pola. Here is her attack with her arming sword too.
Fantastic.
24.
She will hit and surely destroy a skeleton right away. Yep.
8 damage.
Montem
Yep,
attacks? Wait. Is that right?
Does Montem have no bonuses to hit? That can't be right. He is 5th level, so he should have at least a +2 to hit. So that should become a 9. And if he doesn't have any magic equipment, then it is just a 9, which is a miss.
Yes. Okay. Did Paula fight?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I think Hans went as well. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he had Carl. Sure. Great. Give me a D10 for initiative. These things are dropping quite easily. Skeletons go first again. We have 23 left. So we're going to get... Did Brangan get both his bow shots?
Here's the other one.
Oh yeah, wait. Are we doing second attacks at the end of the round?
Yeah, because we're doing second attacks. I also
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
you go.
please do all your second attacks. All your
16
things.
for a Spectre.
Hit.
7. Probably one of the ones with 1 HP.
Yeah, one of the ones that... Actually, those are all on the other side, unfortunately.
20 for 7.
Yeah. Destroyed.
I'll take a swing. 34, I imagine. 12 damage.
Destroyed. Yep.
Here's Polo's second attack. I think she's got one.
Oh,
she
natural
doesn't.
one.
Just kidding.
Do Montem, Hans, Vega all get second attacks?
I don't think so.
No.
Not level
No.
7.
No, no, no.
Did Vash
All
get a
right.
second attack? Did he go?
Yeah, he should.
Yeah, he
get
should
one,
get a second
but
attack,
you
I
haven't
think.
done it.
Okay, I'm gonna swing.
Actually, wait, what level is he?
No,
If
he's
not
only
level
level
7.
6.
Yeah.
No,
No,
he's
I thought
only
they were
level
7th
6.
level.
Okay.
His sheet says 6.
Yeah, okay.
Initiative?
Yep, we
Already
did.
did it.
8.
Yeah.
They got him.
They will go first again.
What? Hang on, Neal.
What?
Is this your initiative roll up here where you rolled a d8?
Yes.
No,
for
roll
us.
Oh, was that a D8? No, that was the HP. There should be a D10 above that.
Don't see
You
it.
scroll up a little higher.
Yeah, he rolled a 1, then
okay.
we rolled
rolled
a
an
8.
eight.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright,
Yeah.
fair enough. This guy only rolls
But you
once.
should always check, you know.
Yeah.
You never know when the DM's going to pull a fast one on you.
True.
Oh, I do. Every Thursday about 9 o'clock.
Nice.
Okay. It is the skeleton's turn. The ones from the bottom side near... Actually, most of them are dead on that side. We're going to start on the top where there is Vash. 2 will attack him. 2d20. 27 AC, if I recall correctly. 2 against Brangang, who has... Does he have at least 17? Yeah, he's got 20. We'll get 1d20 against Lord Khan. Is a miss. 1d20 against Vega is a miss. 2 on Pola are misses. 1 on Montem, no good. 1 on Hans, no good. A few of them will still be, will shuffle over to your side. You notice the specters are mostly staying back. They haven't engaged, they haven't joined the fray. Only the skeletons have. So this one will go against MrMouton, and this is against Tyrael, and this is against the wizard Imric. No hits from the skeletons anywhere. These monsters are chump change.
Anton
Party,
will
please.
take opportunity attacks from skeletons if you want. He's just going straight up after specters, so here's another attack.
Yeah.
29, probably a crit.
Yep. You will drop a specter.
Okay, here's another one. 19,
Yep. Hit.
11 damage.
Yep. Drop another specter.
Okay.
There are no more specters on your side of the battlefield. The rest of them are scattered.
I'm gonna
over
use
the
my
back.
movement to go do that. Throw opportunity attacks if you want.
Yeah. 1 from a skeleton. Yeah, no dice.
All the skeletons in front of me are dead. There's probably one behind me that I will run away from, and you can, attack of opportunity if you like. No,
There you
okay.
go.
And now I will fire my bow at a spectre.
I'll start swinging. Whatever's closest to me.
Please.
Oh, sorry. After me.
Is that gonna be a kill
That
right
hits.
now? Just hits.
Clears by 10. Just a crit.
Yeah. Okay.
You can do 8 damage on a crit. Yeah, you drop a specter down to 10 specters. Tyrael, you can clean up the skeletons on your side and begin the sweep around the flanks. That'll be a quick and easy destroy.
Probably, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, easy, yeah. I mean, they have 8 HP at most. Okay. The rest of the party can make their attacks as well. But as we can see, the skeletons here aren't even all that difficult. At best, so we don't have to roll 10,000 dice here because it's clearly a one-sided battle. You guys are clearly going to win. I'm just going to roll 20 attacks, and if any of them are 20s, we'll assign them to somebody here, and then we'll say that the skeletons have been mopped up. Whoops. 20d20. One person will take one more set of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 of you. 2 damage will go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Hans. Hans will take 2 more. And by that point, the skeletons and ghosts will all be cleared
mark
up in
it.
a couple of rounds of
I
battle.
already marked it.
Fuck. Okay. Well.
I'll fix it.
Okay.
Fixed.
All right. Well, we just saw
the
whitewashing their destruction.
Yeah.
Yeah. They all sort of crumble into the dust, and the snow's churned up all around you, and the area is still wet and lit. And outside the
I wanna do
zone of light
perception
is
checks
it's the
other
darkness and the snow-covered trees. Go ahead, give me your perception check.
Can I get a bonus because I'm gonna have everybody looking around? Maybe like, I don't know, the highest.
Yeah. Why don't we have 4 people make perception checks? One for the north, south, east, and west.
Mine, 16. Tyrael, and then we'll have some of the rogues do it.
I'll roll Hans.
I'll roll Vega, and then
I rolled
Tyrael
mine.
rolls. 5, 29, and 33.
Ah, yes. You notice, well, some of these people will notice fairly quickly that the skeletons march, like the specters kind of hover through, they kind of pass through material. The skeletons are made out of solid stuff, and they walked through the snow, creating like lines where they marched. But as your crew looks around, the areas through which the skeletons walked have sort of folded themselves back over with snow, and the tracks of the skeletons are gone and missing. And as you look around, the tracks of your sleds and your dogs are gone and missing as well. Only just the disturbed ground right in the area where this battle has happened is still disturbed.
Our sleds and dogs are still here, though, right?
The dogs are barking furiously in the background.
It wasn't like a snowstorm that came along with the fight.
No, underneath the tree cover here, beneath the canopy, which is so laden with snow above, there's no wind at all to speak of. And if there were sunlight out, it probably wouldn't reach the ground. It would be blocked by the branches covered with snow above. There's no way for this to have decayed, for the tracks to have been covered naturally in this amount of time.
How far are we into the night?
You have just made camp and settled in. It's been maybe 45 minutes.
This is strange.
I mean, everything over here is strange, but
Yeah.
This particularly, though.
I don't think we're ever gonna figure this out on our own by going and looking around. I say we just camp up for the night and keep moving.
yeah.
What if there's something about this area, though?
And
There's
they'll
something
come
about
and
this
fight
whole
us.
island,
Yeah.
right?
They'll come and fight
Well-
us eventually. It doesn't.
We're not
Any
gonna
of the
out.
times we've gone out before,
Yeah.
it just goes bad. So
What if it's some sort of weird time, well, or something here?
shrugs. Then
And
it
it's
is.
right around now that you're talking that one of these skeletons that had previously been slain begins to righten itself slowly but surely. The bones come back together and it begins to push itself up out of the snow. And another one. And another one.
Yeah, wait, hold on. We're opportunity attacking them as they're reappearing in front of us. We'll just start chopping them down again. And I guess I'll call out. All right, we're not going to sleep much tonight. We'll pack up and leave. We'll have to keep going, I guess.
I pull out my wand and cast Detect Magic. This doesn't look good.
The wand will flicker and fail.
Tyrael, maybe use your ring. Maybe there's a spellcaster in these woods raising these things.
I do have my Ring of Seeing on, actually. I'll activate it, and I'll start looking around for something to appear.
The ring will work fine.
Bearing in mind that
Unfortunately,
a lich or a necromancer would give a pretty large evil aura that he might be able to see.
throughout the woods, you can see this like ever-present field of magic that sort of oscillates all over the place, changing in strength. Not to super strong, but from light to medium, sort of in waves throughout the area. The skeletons, as they rise from the ground, will show like slightly stronger signals of magic as they stand up, but then they're quickly bashed back down by your people. It looks like it takes them a full minute to reassemble themselves, which gives your team plenty of time to bash them down as they stand back up.
Okay.
There is no one strong source of magic that stands out to you, but you definitely are enveloped in some sort of haunted woods that is permeated with magic throughout.
Yeah, I don't think it changes anything I said, right? We have to just pack up and move, right?
Yeah. I
Well,
agree.
we're not going to make it out of these woods tonight. If the whole place is like this, we might actually be better off just setting up more guards and have them beat down the skeletons whilst the other half rest.
I don't
we
think the
could
whole
pack-
place is going to be like this. I say we just keep moving. It's probably like one of those fields, you know, the sickness ones that we just
Yeah.
walked through.
Okay, then let's split the group up into fighters and packers. And yeah, like we get half of the people knocking down skeletons, the other half pack up the shit, and let's go.
Okay.
Okay. We have... go ahead and divide your group into packers and hackers.
Going to be all of
For me.
Tyrael's rogues. So I'm going to do on the right side the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
And then we are the Hackers.
I'll be a packer.
Sure.
Packers and
I'll bring over
Patriots?
Pola.
Is that what we got going on here?
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
5 of us, 5 of them.
If we kick away some of the bones and stuff, do they take longer to respawn, or do they not respawn at all, or do they still come back together pretty easily?
So you dig around in the snow.
Like
near
after
where the
crushing
skeletons
one,
that
you just like
slain.
pick a skull up and toss it as far to the side as possible. Does that one come back, or?
Yeah. A few moments later, you get busy watching, finding other skeletons that are popping up. There are 30 or 40 of them around, 30-ish of them. But you keep glancing in the direction of the skull, and then you see it like rolling back over the snow in your direction, back to where you had kicked it away from, and then reassembling itself.
Okay.
I just put the skull under like a really big rock so it can't roll. Is that gonna?
What
stop
if
it?
we like smash it with a rock?
Yeah, or what if I kill one skeleton with my hammer and I crush the bone or whatever? Does the bone like rematerialize from the dust, or?
Yeah, give me a perception check, because you're still going around putting down other skeletons. There's a lot happening, and they don't reassemble right away. They take a few minutes, so...
That's mine. So.
That's mine.
Excellent. Yeah, you'll crush a skeleton skull, and you'll make sure it's like near the corner of a tent, and you'll keep checking back on it. In a few minutes, you see it is piecing itself back together and fully reassembling and lining up with the other
Okay.
skeleton parts.
All right. Yeah. Well, we just keep knocking them down while we pack it up then.
It's not difficult to kill the skeletons. And normally our battles are, 10 rounds, maybe 15 rounds at most, but while only half the party is packing up the tents and everything and trying to keep the hands on the dogs, fatigue is going to come into this. How long in the snow at night without having slept can you trudge around and bash skeletons to pieces?
Yeah.
5 of us, all level 6+ warriors.
Mm-hmm.
A long ass time.
Definitely 20 minutes without serious concern. You're not having to fully fight like these things. But if you think about a boxing ring, how many rounds do boxers go? How many minutes do they fight in total?
Like 20 or 30? Is it? I don't know how long a round is, but a 12-round match is.
So,
a
is it-
championship UFC fight is 25 minutes.
Is it really gonna take that long? Because all our shit
Yeah.
should still be on the sleds. We just have to pack
Yeah.
the tents.
you got to pack up the tents, but you only have half as many people to pack up the tents, and some of those people are also having to restrain the dogs who are at the ends of their leashes, and so the packing does get slowed down significantly. Can I get?
Well, I mean, I can if I see somebody getting tired.
No, I'm kidding.
If I can, if I see somebody getting tired, I can switch in. I mean, I can. Can I, you know the bow I picked up with that does the double firing speed? Can I use my quiver with that?
No, it only moves non-magical arrows, mundane, ordinary, physical arrows.
All right. Well, you know, I can shoot 3 people around.
Yeah, I would like a strength check from all 5 packers.
Okay, I'll roll the others. Well, you guys roll yours.
So Nick passes well. Was that first one?
Oh, nice.
Great rolls.
Brain game.
Do you want me to roll for any of these, or?
Yeah, you need to roll your own strength check.
No, it's the
just
Packers,
from
not the
it's
Fighters.
just
the Packers.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Packers. Oh, I'm rolling the Fighters.
Just from the Packers.
Well, we'll take Muton's roll, though. We'll say Han's got a 20.
Why don't we just re-roll them off the appropriate character
Oh, I
sheets?
don't know. It's just the dice. It's the same D20.
It is just a D20.
Why does the plus matter? It's the D20. I've heard you say that verbatim.
I have many times. You can keep those dice rolls.
Okay,
It's fine.
18, 20, 1 people, and then a 2. So that's
1, 2, 3, 4. Is there? Oh, and then Nick already rolled his own.
Yeah.
I think actually we're one off. 1, 2, 3, 4. There should be 5 Packer rolls.
Yeah, I've got it. You ready? It's going to be a good roll as well. It's Lord Khan, isn't it? Probably. Let's see. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
He's
So
only 4
3
foot 11. Sorry.
3 of the 5 Packers can do very well hauling the stuff. The other 2 will not do so great. So I think we're going to spend, instead of taking 30 minutes to pack up, I think it'll take you probably 45 minutes at this pace through the snow, you know, slowly getting everything together, someone holding back the 2 sets of dogs at the same time, people switching back and forth. In the distance, some of these specters and wraiths will reappear, but you've gotten the tents packed up and on the sleds, and the dogs harnessed and leashed. Someone, Montem and the other sled driver are holding dogs back, trying to get them ready to go. And now what? Now that you've packed everything up in the middle of the night,
we get moving.
you only have 60-foot vision in front of you, and you're going through these thick woods. It's going to be a slow trudge with your dogs. You can't just like race them straight ahead in this area. There's too many hills and roots jutting out and random rocks. It's a nice slow pull with the sleds and the dogs. So now we've been 45 minutes here. Well, we'll do a con check at an hour. The party can set off, and you'll see that the skeletons do follow you from behind, but you're able to fairly quickly pull away from them because they take a minute to reassemble. So once you knock them down, it's not too hard to escape. How are your sled operations? You normally Tyrael is in the front with some other people, but in this situation, are we reassigning our fighters to the back end?
No, because if we can easily get away from them, we don't really need to worry about that.
No,
I still think
somebody
it's
should be
better
in the
to have
back in
fighters
case-
spread out.
Yeah, somebody needs to be in the back in case specters or somebody catches up. I'll be in the front again because I've got good perception. I can see what's coming ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Tunnel. Stay in the back.
Okay, so Tyrael will stay in the front, and the other fighters will stay towards the back, and then everyone else, piles in on or adjacent to sleds, walking along with them. Imric, did you want to be in the back as well? Was there a specific
Put Imric
place?
in the front.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I can be effective from the middle at either end of the caravan. Yeah,
Okay,
so I'll be in the middle.
great,
Brain Gang will stay up in the front because he's a. So it'll be like this.
fantastic. 5 minutes into your movement here, Tyrael, you will see standing in the snow in front of you along the path you are walking, and off to the left and off to the right, more of these sort of aimless, unarmed skeletons. And you're moving in their, well, at least the ones in front of you, you're moving in their direction. The woods seem to be filled with them.
I'll move ahead and I'll start to slay skeletons as they would impede our progress, I guess, as quickly as I
Brain Gang will
can.
shoot him.
Yeah.
Lord Khan will
Excellent.
throw
How
some
many
shit at
arrows
me.
does Brain Gang did he bring? I know that there's a shit ton on the sled, right?
Probably a shit ton on the sled. If need be, I can just borrow a magical quiver if we want to do that from Imric, since Imric has his new weapon or his new arrow thing.
No, I'm still
Yeah.
using my bow.
Okay, can
with the
Brain Gang
magical
borrow
quiver.
the magical,
Imric,
magical quiver then?
have you been using your magic quiver, Imric?
Yeah, I'm using it. I mean,
Wait,
I forgot
okay,
to roll for its functionality, which is probably won't make too much of a difference here since it works. Okay.
Can Brain
It's
Gang
functioning.
borrow the one that brings back mundane arrows then?
hey, was there a second magical quiver?
So you have a quiver that pulls
Yeah.
out spectral arrows.
Yeah.
And then you have a quiver that also brings back mundane arrows
Really?
and lets you fire. You got this last.
No, there's a bow that
No,
will
the
notch
bow that he
out
has, what it does is it
arrows.
automatically slots a material
Yeah,
arrow
yeah.
so that he can fire twice as fast because he doesn't have to reach back to a quiver to grab one. But it doesn't make anything appear. I have another ethereal quiver on me that I don't use at the
Yeah.
moment, but I have one.
Can
So
Brain
he can
Gang
borrow
borrow
that
it?
if he needs to, yeah.
Okay, he'll borrow that.
Great, they both work, so that is fine.
Sorry, I thought there was a quiver.
Excellent. So Tyrael at the front, you can hack away at these skeletons in your path. I think as you travel, a few of them will get a couple of attacks off on you. But they won't really get anywhere. They won't get through your armor. They'll just sort of clatter harmlessly at the sides. And from all around, skeletons will close in on the carts. They will come from the left and from the right. The ones behind you seem to be getting left in the dust, but as you move forward, they come forward. So we're going to get, maybe 2 attacks on... so we'll do 1 on Hans, and we'll do 1 on Montem, and 1 on Vega, and 1 on Lord Khan.
Do you want to
Ooh, Lord
number the
Khan.
players, and then you can just roll a bunch of d20s and say where the numbers were going to go, like down the line? I don't know if that makes it
Oh,
quicker.
that makes sense. Yeah, because then we could
Okay.
just do. Since
Yeah.
we're in a circle, we'll always start at the top,
Okay.
and we'll go clockwise around the circle. So it'll go Tyrael, Brain Gang, and then the rest. But Lord Khan will take himself 2 points of damage, and since I already started this way, we'll get 1 on Pola, and I think that's probably it because Vash and Anton in the back aren't really getting. There's nothing coming up from behind, and these other people are fending off the things in the front.
If stuff stops coming from behind, Anton will swap with Vega. If
Okay.
you'll allow
Yes.
it.
Yeah. You'll notice in about 15 minutes that the skeletons aren't
Vash will
ever
swap with
catching
Han.
up from behind.
Vash
Now
is
that we've been
better.
at this for an hour, I would like all of the fighters to make me a con check.
I have 18
Okay.
on now, yeah? Give your chat.
Oh, because you have your amulet. Right. Anyone who fails a con check here is going to be considered getting tired, getting exhausted from just the constant trudging and the constant fighting. And you'll take a penalty of 1 on all D20 rolls for your bad rolls here, for your exhaustion and your fatigue that are kicking in. So failed con checks are con checks.
I've rolled 3 so far.
I rolled Polar. In the way you can do it is if you go to the hit adjust table in combat, you can add a -1, I think.
Okay.
So I just wrote failed
this is
con
to-
and put
yeah.
-1.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm gonna roll back.
So Tyrael actually is failing. Tyrael has failed. MrMouton passed.
Bash passed.
Polar failed.
Pola failed. Brain Gang failed.
Yeah.
Do the wizards need to roll this shit? Or just
Well, why not
just
for the
the
fighters?
People
There's only
actively
5,
fending
yeah.
off, yeah.
Very good.
1, 2, 3. Who was? Oh, Vash was the last one, right? And Vash passed.
Bash passed.
Great. All right. It's been 15 minutes of trudging through the snow, and still there are more skeletons ahead. But that's not really the problem that we have to deal with right now. Tyrael, without the sun to guide you, how do you really know where you're going through the woods? You're sort of just going forward. Is there any direction that you're heading in? Are you just headed for out? How do you even know where to go?
I mean, how did we figure out where to go when we started doing this?
Well, when you came in originally, you were coming in between these mountains, and you had just started heading into the woods. And there was some light filtering in, and you had the tracks behind you that let you know where you came from. And you were going forward, and then you stopped to make camp, and then, in a haste, camp got disassembled. There was combat all around. All the tracks outside of the camp had faded away. And now you're trudging with these people, trying initially just to escape the skeletons, but 15 minutes later, and you're still running into them in the woods.
All right.
Do we have a... Oh, God.
I might try and fly above the tree line.
No, wait. Don't we have a compass that works as well?
Yeah,
Pretty sure we have a compass.
You can't get above the tree line. There's no gaps. The trees
compass,
close
though.
in
No, wait.
overhead.
I don't know about
filled with snow.
We're not doing flying thing. The compass. Don't we have a compass? Hasn't that been working?
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. So taking a pause, Tyrael goes to the sled behind him to fish out the compass from its safely stored place. You only have a few of these things. They are sort of expensive, and they need to be well cared for. You will pull out the compass. And you will find that the compass spins and spins and spins, never settling on a single spot. Always turning and then maybe settling, but then just sort of slumping around to another side and maybe settling in a different direction and then slumping back the way it came.
Okay, well, Anton has direction sense, actually, as a skill. Here you go. 23. Yeah, haven't got to use this at all. Here we are.
Neal, why I can't get out the tree line? Because it's covered in snow and it's tight
Yeah, there's
canopy.
the canopy's tight. There are no gaps to the sky above you anywhere that you look.
Is that like a real thing that you wouldn't be able to get through it?
In most canopies, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but here there's snow packed down on top, and the addition of the snow on top of the branches does form a full tight seal. I mean, snow tight. You could probably, with a stick, bash the snow down, and maybe you could find a way through branches, but it's not as simple as just like looking up and going straight up.
Yeah,
it's possible.
I get that, yeah. Or Tyrael could just climb a tree if we want to avoid the spell. But, I mean, if we can see the keep we're going to, that's one way out of this.
I use direction sense.
Yeah, he's got direction sense. What about that?
Yeah, I'm just trying to look up the freaking rules. Here it is. I think your direction sense check will be exactly what we need in this situation.
Big
direction sense. I just want to double check the text on it. Abilities: keep one's bearings on a roadless, trackless land. Proficient characters will not get lost as long as they can see either the sky or have use of a compass. This means that they can maintain a track of a given direction, keeping themselves and their companions traveling in a straight line. Characters who possess a map can track their direction of travel and can arrive at specific points, towns, ferry crossings, bridges, monuments, wells, springs, etc. without proficiency checks. If the map is slightly erroneous or lacking crucial details, the characters will have to make successful proficiency checks to arrive accurately at specific points. The check can be modified for increased difficulty. So you're not trying to get to a specific point. You're just trying to get, generally northward.
Yep.
But you can also not see the sky in any way, shape, or form. You just have the trees above you. So I'd like you to make this direction sense check at disadvantage, because this is not ordinary situation that you're within. And you pass it anyway, and it's fine. You can get the party headed on a generally northward path. And we can make slow progress through the night. We're going to do another set of attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5d20. Actually, we're going to start with... They will be coming... They'll hit all of these, like everything north of here except for Imric, who's in the middle. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for attack rolls, and we will roll 60, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Montem, I think, was the last one. I think an 18 will hit Montem.
Probably,
No,
yeah.
20 AC. He's fine. He's fine. You can hack away the skeletons and continue northward as the hours stretch on, moving slowly through the woods, over roots and hills, down little gullies. After another hour, I need con checks from everyone in the party, not just the warriors this time. Anyone who had failed their last one gets a -1 on the roll.
Anton
Is that
passes.
Anton passes again?
Brain gain. He
Brain
also
gain
got
fails.
another natural 1.
Imric.
Here's Pola. Nick, can you adjust brain gain and Pola sheets to have -2?
Oh my god, a nat 20. Does that undo my
Yeah.
I get a second wind?
It does not,
Pola only should have a
unfortunately.
-1.
Okay, so Pola passed one, failed one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now Montem needs to make one as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's Montem's.
That's a fail.
Here's Hans.
Who else has failed one? Montem.
Oh,
Montem just failed one. Here's Vega. Here is Lord Khan.
Vega fails.
And here's
Lord Khan fails. Who's that last one for?
Vash.
Vash.
He's failed one, passed one.
Just checking. So we're doing a contract every hour here?
I guess.
Ordinarily, in 2E,
so-
isn't it like one night if you get really bad sleep? Isn't it like a contract for the whole day, one check?
Yeah.
So, under normal circumstances, if you're trying to force march, there is a regular con check that gets applied to this. I'm doing the forced march check for the non-fighters right now, and the forced march check for the fighters right now. So everyone's doing their forced march check. The other con check was for an hour of battle for all of the warriors.
Okay.
Lord Khan has a amulet of free action. I have one. Tyrell has one, and Imric has one. Is it
That won't
possible?
stop you from getting tired. That won't prevent your wear and tear and exhaustion.
It should make us get tired slower because we're trudging through the snow. We shouldn't probably be making the checks at the same time as everybody else.
If anything, that should just mean that everyone else has to make harder checks more often, because you
Let's
make
do
a
that.
forced march check over like once a day anyway, regardless of what the terrain is like. So if we want to apply penalties to everyone else's forced march check, we can.
I say we
But-
give it to him then, because I want to play
All
it
right. Excellent. I love that. Who just passed theirs?
Wait, what are we... So how are we changing this?
He just rules lawyered penalties for everybody that doesn't have an amulet of free action.
Wait, why?
Right. Because I think we should be getting bonuses because we have it, but he's saying we don't. So I want to at least play it right.
Okay.
Yeah, because if you're doing a force march over plains, you still make a con check every day if you're a force marching. And he's saying that the amulet of free action should make it easier to move, which would mean that.
Well, I'm only saying that because we're in a snow-like area.
Yeah,
Right,
I mean,
'cause
free
think why we're
action.
getting
First of all, the rings of
multiple-
free action, but it wouldn't affect this. Force march has to do with like you're tired over the night, not you're moving through difficult terrain. Right.
But the rest of these
But we're
people
getting
are having to
multiple
push
con
through
checks.
snow instead
Yeah.
of walk through easy terrain, and so everybody else who doesn't have an amulet, a ring of free action, would be making con checks at a penalty because marching through the snow is much harder than marching through open
Okay.
terrain.
They all failed their shit anyways. That shouldn't.
Yeah, it doesn't matter for right now. So we're going to take a break at this moment as our party trudges in the night through the haunted woods with skeletons all around and no respite in sight.
Good. Wait,
Right.
isn't it respite?
Is
It
it
is.
I thought.
respite?
Well, I think you can say both.
Do I get
Say
inspiration?
both.
I'm just kidding. All right, we'll be back.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tombs of Scoria. Our party is starting to get worn down by the movement and by the ever-pressing fighting. The skeletons are all around you. The air is freezing. It is dark. It is cold. Only your light stones, one near the front and one near the back, give you any semblance of direction, of sight. Anton, you were making direction sense checks in order to see where you're going. So you must be in the front now.
Hell yeah.
Because
Dual
you are
wielding
the leader of the
spears.
party. Mm-hmm. And we'll just move these little check marks.
My spear saying anything cool to me? Jerking me off?
It is not jerking you off, no. You're the one with the tight grip around the hard wooden shaft. The spear... Normally you guys try to skip over the conversation with these things. This one, if you try to, reach out to it with your mind, will give you a little bit of sort of quiet hesitation. It will say, that spirit, that soul, it mentioned Drexel.
You know him?
Only by reputation. Only in the thoughts of the monsters I have slain decades, centuries, maybe millennia ago. Time for me is a quasi-real thing. It's hard to place events in the right order, but I know the name Drexel from ages past. And during this point, it gets a little quiet while you kill a couple of skeletons and continue marching forward, and then it picks up again. A creature from the dawn of time, a man turned agent of the deities, a spellcaster turned lich,
Mm-hmm.
and then, more skeletons in your way. Returning to the conversation, the creature could not be destroyed and was sealed away, hidden away for all time, to never return. How, where, I do not know. They called him the Bloodthirsty. They called him a monster.
Well, were the monsters that you slain afraid of him? Were they born by him?
Servants to him, but it's been gods know how long since I've heard the name.
Something to keep in mind. I think we're trying to get the fuck out of this area as quickly as possible. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The path before you becomes tight and narrow. You lead the party through a thickness of trees, following the only path that is wide enough for your sleds. The trees press in on all sides. The party is forced to squeeze in tight, and there's no room on the sides for skeletons to approach. There's only the path in front of you for them to come through, which puts Anton in the front, Vash in the back. The only ones who are really able to meet their foes in any way, shape, or form.
Anton will have Tyrell in front of him then, because Anton has weapons that aren't good for skeletons.
Okay. Two of you up at the front as you go through the tight and narrow path. Tyrell, you will be at the front then during this section. When standing in your way, not initially facing your direction, just sort of standing about, but turning as they come within the light radius, are two heavily armored skeletons wearing dark plate mail and wielding two-handed swords. As they turn to face you through the slits in their great helm, you can see the red burning of eyes. These are not the normal skeletons you've been fighting. These are...
Two Death Knights?
Thought something like this. Certainly not Death Knights. You don't have that innate aura of fear.
That's good.
That comes from Death Knights.
What time is it right now? And what time
Dark.
did we fight the skeletons?
There's no concept of time here. There's no movement of stars or moons or sun, and the pocket watch hasn't been invented yet.
Do I feel like my spear will work? My spear on it will shoot more lightning or no?
Probably not.
Okay.
No, because you did just use that some hours ago. You
Yeah,
don't
it
really
would
have
be-
a great concept of time, but
Okay. Okay.
yeah. Tyrell, how do you respond to the two heavily armed skeletons in front of you?
I mean, I draw my swords. Doesn't seem like there's much to do beyond fight our way through. I'll call back to Anton and Imrek that I'm going to need some big, beefy boy backup for this.
Yeah. I cast a spell, if that's the plan.
Anton will attack.
That is not the right set of dice.
Oh, he does have special DM dice.
Yeah.
You got to pay roll 20 extra for it. It's the secret DM tier package. Huh. The pair will stand and face you as the sleds move forward through the press of trees, and behind them is that same ghostly figure that you saw earlier, Anton. That same one that you had reached out to with the spear.
The one that
it
I
lurks.
slew?
Yes, the one that you slew. It lurks behind these two skeletons and watches and speaks in, again, a language beyond recognition, beyond understanding.
I cast a spell. Yeah.
Please roll me initiative, and then cast me your spells.
Just want a d10?
No, there's only 3 of us, or 4 of us, 5 of us in this situation, so...
Okay, roll a 9.
1d10 plus 6. They will go at 10 and 11. Our party will go at 3, 9, and 15. Imric will start off with the magic missiles.
Yep. I just choose one of the skeletons
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Chief.
and do 21 damage.
Oh, it's an amazing blow. The magic missiles pierce through the armor, rip through the bone. The skeleton stumbles backwards in the snow and presses forward once again. MrMouton is the first one to approach.
Birahana, 32.
32 clears by 10. You double crit the monster before you. 10 plus 4 and 4 is 18 damage. You will drop first at the
10
pointed...
plus. Okay, well, it's 10 plus 6 plus 6. But.
You're right. And there should be some penalties attached to that, but it's still enough to slay, because it's piercing versus skeleton, but it's fine.
Attack the other one.
Does piercing versus skeleton matter if they're wearing armor? Didn't you say they were in armor?
They are in armor.
So then it
I think
shouldn't.
that's probably... If it doesn't matter, then everything should get a bonus because it's all bludgeoning all of a sudden. I don't know. It's a mess. I think it's easier just to ignore the armor type. Or we could spend... I'm happy to spend 45 minutes talking about the pros and cons of fighting skeletons in armor. I think it's a fascinating topic. Does
Well, aren't there
bludgeoning do
certain...
equal...
Well, I guess my understanding is that this is the way that I envision in my head. When you're fighting skeletons with a piercing weapon, there's like bones and you're trying to stab, and you might like stab through it and just like miss everything, and it's just like a nightmare. Whereas like a hammer, you're like coming down and you're like crushing, and like bones will crunch and everything. So it feels like if you have a skeleton but then it's got armor on, well now there's nothing to miss as I swing and hit for it.
Right, the piercing weapons sort of like slide on the bone rather than smashing and shattering the bone. Whereas the bludgeoning weapons like do a solid impact and can burst things apart. But does that mean when skeletons
No, never mind.
wear
I think it's
armor-
good. I think that prior ruling is good actually, because I guess you could slide through the armor and hit, but you still have all the same bone things. So, right, you could slide through the
Yeah.
armor, hit, and it doesn't hit anything because it's bones. Maybe I'm just trying to make sure this doesn't fuck us in the future. But okay.
Yeah, I think it's simpler to rule it this way. The second attack will miss, clatter off the side of the dead knight's armor, who will bring his two-handed sword up and down on you, Anton.
Do we miss Tyrael?
I'm like 15 initiative.
Oh,
so.
you're 15. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
What is this Frost Ranger doing in our?
Frost Ranger is dead. The two-handed sword comes up and down on top of Anton's shoulder, just sinking heavily into your armor before sliding off to the side. Tyrael?
You said they were big, but are they like they're medium, right? I imagine same as
They're
us.
medium-sized creatures, yes, but they're like tall for a skeleton, for
27?
skeletons you've seen. Hit.
14 damage.
14 will not slay it.
Hammer. 25.
Hit.
Is this like double damage or something? I don't know how we roll.
Yeah,
that.
the D4 is double damage.
No,
The
Tyrael,
D4 plus
no.
1 is double damage, so it's 8 and 5 is 13.
Slay him, King.
What do you mean by that, man?
You know what I mean, Bad Bunny.
And second attacks. First, Anton.
No.
Here you are. Sorry, I had to reload my computer.
Didn't Anton already? Oh, right. Okay, sorry.
Second
I misunderstood.
I can choose which spear to attack with, right? I'm ambidextrous, I get all the things, so I'm gonna do
If
Blood
you're
Singer,
ambidextrous,
so that I
you can
crit.
choose which one you want. Yeah.
25?
We'll hit.
8.
Yes. 2 and 4 is going to be 6. Again, piercing. And the skeleton will raise and drop the sword once more upon you, Anton, with a 29.
Almost hits.
Close. I don't even have the shield on.
Scales of your armor fall to the snow below you, but you are still alive. You are still intact. You have taken no damage.
Roll again?
No, Tyrael's second attack
Second attack.
should hopefully drop the creature.
24.
That'll do it, and you can do 5 points of damage to it. And it, too, will crumble in the snow, the heavy armor leaving a deep imprint where it was. The ghost behind it will shake its head and babble once more at you.
I run after it to kill it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, your spears go right through it. It fades from existence. Its voice draws to a stop.
I pick up their swords. Are they still there?
Mm-hmm. They're still there.
Throw them onto one of the carts, and I pick up their hands, and I tie them up, and I am going to keep those, I don't know, in a fucking belt loop or something.
What do you mean you tie up their hands? Please
I grab
elaborate.
their hands, I grab a rope, I do very tight knots around them, I'm going to put them in my belt loop,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to take them with me.
Yeah, and the time that it takes to get you, throw the things on the cart and grab the rope and, squeeze off your gloves so you can work with it properly, you can feel the hands begin to shake, like they're trying to reanimate, but now they're tied together as you put your gloves back on. And where does the rope go? To your waist? To the cart?
To my
To the waist.
To my waist. Fuck it.
Okay. And the party once again trudges forward.
Keep in mind,
Another-
Anton is ready to do this maneuver. If anything crazy goes on, he's gonna grab the rope. He's just gonna cut the rope, and he's gonna. If anything crazy happens,
Yeah. You will, as you continue forward and the pass opens up again and the forest clears a little bit. And you have to redirect the party because this narrow area curved a little to the east, and with your direction sense, now you have to curve a little bit back to the west. And as you're doing this, and there are more ordinary skeletons in your path, you'll feel the hands against your side begin to move of their own accord. And working together, they begin to crawl up the side of your armor to the length of the rope. If there was a foot-long section of rope attached to your belt, they've just crawled a foot up the side of your armor, and they're, like, clinging and trying to get any farther.
but they can't, right?
No, the rope has stopped them at this point.
Okay. I'm not
Nice.
worried about it, I don't think, because I'm wearing dragon armor. They're not going to be able to pierce it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if they're just starting to like make attacks or something, and they're gonna get like a 5% chance to do it, we're gonna get a little bit weirder. But yeah.
Yeah, but for now they're just clawing at you. Back in the relative opening of the thick woods, there are skeletons all around, and another period of time passes, and all of those who are fighters in this situation, it's going to be the front five, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Is Lord Khan still holding this, or did you move? Would you have switched Vash and Lord Khan since there are only people on the front?
I mean,
we're
I will
both
help
on
now
Yeah.
as well. I can start firing
We'll
some
swap
shots.
Emmerich and Lord Khan, yeah?
Okay, so
Yeah.
Emmerich is trudging along the side over here.
Mhm.
Great. I would like the 5 of you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes, to make me con checks again. All penalties apply as needed. And I will give 1 attack against each of you from miscellaneous skeletons that might somehow have gotten a chance to attack you in the last hour or so. So that'll be 5d20. No hits from skeletons.
I'm rolling 2d20, one's for Brain Gang, one's for Pola.
Mm-hmm.
Add their modifiers. Pola definitely clears. I think Brain Gang also clears.
Don't forget, they've got a -1 or 2 or something. Brain Gang's got 12 con though, so he'll pass.
Yes,
Yeah,
they'll both pass.
Passes.
Yeah.
Emmerich will fail again.
Yeah.
Tyrael.
And then Vash, right?
Nope.
Oh no,
not
Vash
Vash.
is at
She's
the
not
back.
fighting
Yeah.
anything. Yeah.
Tyrael needs to roll.
Tyrael, can I
18.
get a con check, please, at -2? No, it was only -1. You had passed your last one.
I did pass my last one with a 20. I think you said you were maybe going to give me a bonus, but yeah.
right.
Can Anton stop making con checks? He's passed them all, and now we got a 20 on. He's
No.
golden. Okay.
No, you are still subject to fatigue, no matter how many scars are upon your face.
Remove paralysis wouldn't remove fatigue, right?
Absolutely not.
Okay, I have 7 of these fucking scrolls. I don't know.
Ugh. Well,
One day.
through the snow we trudge deep at night. The rest of your party is tired. They've already made their forced march checks. They're clearly worn by it, but they're not having to do any of the heavy fighting. They're just sort of marching behind the sleds or marching in your footprints of where you've come. Another hour will pass. Another set of skeletons will make attacks over the hour, and another set of con checks must come from the party. It is still late and dark. The 18s are against the last 2 people, but you both have... I think they just need 20s to hit. Yeah, they need 20s to hit. So no damage.
I pass.
Anton will
No, I
drop
fail
one.
I'm gonna do -1 in the hit adjust.
Who's that for?
Material.
That's for me,
The
obviously.
first one.
We
I'll
need
roll
Brain
Brain
Gang.
Gang. Passes.
Yes, he has a -2. That's still a pass. And Pola.
Yep.
Yep.
And that is still a
Pass.
Pola. Right. You've now had to make, I think, 4 sets of con checks, if my memory serves correctly, and you are still marching through the darkened, covered woods. And there are still skeletons in small patches all over the place. Is this what you want to be doing?
Yep. Keep going.
Keep going. Okay.
You're gonna get tired of it eventually.
Yes, the undead will tire of it. Another hour goes by. Another set of attack rolls. Another set of con checks. Pass.
More con checks. Fuck.
Pass.
Just pass
Or
them,
those
dude.
that are in the... Yeah.
Here's Brain Gang. 1d20 plus 10. He passes, and here's
Great.
Pola.
Oh, sorry.
Great.
D20. I don't know what it's plus. I think that might be a pass.
Wait, is this?
Oh,
Are we
well,
rolling
that's
these
a
for everybody
pass,
or
yeah.
just the fighters?
Just the fight.
Just the
Just the
fighters.
Yep.
fighters.
Okay, just making sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pola passes.
Pola
She's got
passes.
16 con.
Great.
15 now, but yeah.
Okay. You've got to be at least halfway through the night by now. This has been like 4 or 5 checks. It is early spring, so there's, at least 12 hours of darkness. You can do this for another...
Could we just walk a bit slower, Neal? Would that mean that we don't have to make con checks?
It would mean you'd be... No. The con checks are for the fighting off of skeletons. It's not the pace that you're trudging at. It's the fact that, like, every minute or so you're having to do battle.
That's a good point. Sorry, that was a really stupid question.
That's okay.
That's alright.
Here, the public education system in the UK is just as good as in the US.
Yeah.
Another hour again, and another set of con checks. Aha! A blow will land on Tyrael.
Good.
Tyrael, you will take 3 points of damage from a lucky skeleton that somehow gets past all your armor and scratches you across the cheek. Passes.
3 passes.
Do we
That's
need it?
Pola and Brain Gang.
I don't remember. if I
Tyrael
rolled one.
passes.
Imric.
Yeah, okay, sorry, hang on.
Emmerich, if you're getting tired, swap with Vash. He's...
If I fail another one, I'll swap, yeah. Okay,
Yep.
that's another fail, so I'll swap out now.
You and Vash switch places.
Yep.
Can we let...
Hours into the dark.
Never mind. That was a dumb question. No.
And still we trudge through the darkened woods.
Well,
Hours 5 or 6
How
are
are
coming
the,
along here.
how are the hands doing that Anton tied to his belt?
They're crawling around on his body, and then sometimes like falling limp and doing literally nothing, and then other times like picking themselves back up and trying to reach around one side
But
or the other.
they're not able to like break the rope or anything like that.
They haven't even tried to break the rope. They're just like crawling for his throat or for his any vital organs. At
I'm
some
taking
point, they
these
do
back
like
home.
try to crawl towards your crotch, but your dragon codpiece keeps them at bay.
Are we, as
So-
we go forward in the forest, are we encountering newer skeletons, or is it the same ones that are just catching up to us?
How would you tell the difference between them?
Well, are they like appearing in front of us, or are they coming from behind and we're like slaying them as they catch up?
No, these are things that you're walking into. Definitely. So, maybe it's the same skeletons teleporting in front of you and always teleporting around you, or maybe the woods are just filled with skeletons. I don't know.
So if we did tie up the limbs of all the skeletons in this immediate area, we maybe could rest. Maybe. We might also just get surrounded by them coming from all directions, though.
Imric, can you just fly above the canopy and see how much further we have to go? You should be able to figure it out.
Yes.
You should be able to fly on a treetop. You should be able to move the snow.
Yeah, what a smart idea. I'll do that, Neal. I'll cast fly.
Oh, and it doesn't work again.
It's gonna fail. Yeah.
And he turns into a slug.
Fine.
It will go off without hitch.
I will grab a
ascend.
stick. I grab a stick on the way up to bash the snow out of the canopy.
The whole wagon must draw to a halt while you do this, lest they lose sight and track of you and the party is split forever. So you bash around the trees and climb up, get into a good position. Try to knock the snow down from above you.
Yeah.
And climb up some more. What is your clothing like in this situation, Imric?
I'm wearing my cloak, like my robes. Sorry.
Your wizard robes?
Yeah, my wizard robes, my cloak, probably not my sandals, probably boots.
Yeah. You'll get some amount of snow down your shirt. It's chilly, but you're a level 10 fighter. You
I can
manage a
handle
little
it.
snow down
Yeah.
the shirt. Not a big deal.
I've had snow in worse places.
Yeah, you start climbing through the branches above. The trees here are tall. They're very tall. And there's thick layers of snow. You must be having to travel through at least 20 feet of snow here, bit by bit, knocking it down. And then as you, sort of like a sinkhole, you can sort of make a column up, but things can fall from the side and block your passage down below you or block you in from the side. What do you do when the first bit of snow, like the tunnel that you are making through the trees, collapses underneath you? Do you clear the path behind you, or do you just keep going forward?
Keep going forward. I
You
can
let
come
it-
back down.
You let the snow sort of
Fill in
underneath
behind
you.
me. Yeah.
Eventually, you will make it to the tops. With
Okay.
your flight and your climbing up the trees and the bashing of the snow, you do pierce through the canopy and out into the night sky above. You are in the
Take it-
woods. There are
I take a
woods all
deep
around
breath.
you.
Yeah. How's the light situation here?
Terrible, atrocious, dismally dark.
No, well, there's got to be moonlight now. And we said we've been doing like 6 or 7 hours. It's got to be sun rising soon.
The sun is not visible anywhere, and there must be clouds overhead, for you see no stars, you see no moon.
Cool.
The only way that you truly know that you are above the canopy is that there's no more snow above you, and as you float and levitate, nothing impedes you.
Yeah, well, I realized about halfway through the trees that it was going to be dark up here, but I carried on for the sake of commitment. But if I can't see anything,
On your character sheet, is there a light stone?
yeah.
A light stone.
Light up the sky, baby.
All right, I try and throw the light stone to the keep.
Well, no,
To
I'm
the
just saying,
keep?
like, you can see, like, a little bit.
Yeah, I can see 60
Okay.
feet around me, but I mean,
Sure, yeah, if you remove the light stone, you can see the surface of the trees all around you. It kind of just looks like a hilly, undulating snowscape.
This might be fruitless, but I will throw the light stone as far as I can in the direction that we're walking.
Yeah. Give me a strength check.
No, nat 1, please.
Okay, I'm gonna get 6.
Yeah, it's a little awkward throwing something while you're floating. You kind of weave back and forth. The conservation of momentum and angular momentum cause you to kind of swirl a little bit. The light stone tumbles and plops down into some snow somewhere, illuminating a large patch of land all around it.
But as I throw it, I get a bit further of a view into the forest, right? It's just, as far as I can see, it's just more trees.
Yeah. You've maybe thrown the stone 60 feet, and you can see the forest. 60 feet, 70 feet So you can see 120 feet in front of you at this point, and it's just more trees. The forest goes for at least another 120 feet.
Yeah. I'll come back down through the canopy.
As you go to look back where you came from, you'll notice that the snow is fully recovered. The tunnel through which you came is filled.
Yeah. That's all right. I just make it easy.
Give me an int check. Make sure you can find the right spot again.
Make sure you say hi to
What do you
Neal
mean,
when you
find
find
the
him, okay?
Hey, what do you mean
that's
find the
totally
right
fine.
spot? How much have I
You
moved?
fly up and you kind of look around a little bit, and then you look back down. And you can't see the spot that you came from, and you
Yeah.
don't know necessarily if there's a bit of a breeze. You might have drifted a little bit,
Okay,
maybe
okay,
not.
okay,
Maybe you're in the
fine.
same spot. That's what the int check is for, is to sort of judge.
Well, I failed the in check, but I'm not worried. I feel like, how far could I have moved, really?
Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
It's fine. And so, picking whatever spot happens to be beneath you right now, you go to tunnel your way back down.
Well, no, actually, I'll just call out. Tyrael, Anton.
We look up, but
20
there's
feet
a
of snow
thick
is a
sheet of
great
snow that
insulator.
completely covers everything. We can't see anything.
Yeah.
Go
Or
down
hear
with
anything.
whistles and shit.
Snow is
Alright,
really
whatever.
good at absorbing sound. That's why that first snow, everything sounds eerily
Yeah.
quiet outside.
All right, I get it. I fucking tunnel through the snow. It's fine.
It's fine. You dig down and down. What's your character sheet say over here? Oh, it's fine. It's fine. You dig down and down and down, and you pop out maybe 40 feet from where the party is, but you can tell because of the the light stones illuminate the area. You've traveled quite a bit farther. If you left on the left side of the caravan, you're 40 feet to the right side. Had you spent too much time up there, you probably would have drifted even further away, but you make it back without any problem.
I get to the party. Unfortunately, my ultravision spell failed and I couldn't see anything. We'll have to wait for daylight.
You see more skeletons have been put down in the time that you've been gone, and the party marches forward again.
Well, hang on. If we were wasting skeletons while they were waiting for me, we could be trying the tying up their limbs and seeing if we can make it safe.
Sure, fuck it.
Sure.
Let's try it. Let's try to tie up
Yeah.
their limbs so we can get a break.
Yeah, you tie up the limbs of skeletons, and then just stay here, right? Don't
Yeah.
move.
Yeah. Assuming at this point the skeletons can't do anything. I will also try putting a skull inside one of the pockets in my robes, which are empty. But
The
Your
extra dimensional pockets.
robes.
yeah.
Base. Just start shoving shit in there. It's gonna go away.
Yeah, that's gonna go somewhere.
Right. Yeah, you begin to tie up bones of skeletons. Any bones in particular?
Legs and arms.
Legs. Yeah. All right. Half the party fights, half the party ties up the remains of the dead. And after 10 minutes of slaying everything around you and tying it up, it seems like, things are sort of trying to reanimate. The bones on your ropes are stretching and pulling against forces of gravity towards the direction of the other corpses, which begin to slowly move in the direction of the tied up bones, rolling in their direction.
Are the
it's
corpses
much-
moving like they're using their legs to move, or are they just magically being pulled together like iron?
It almost looks like magnetism,
Okay.
like being pulled.
Okay.
Yeah. And the corpses will try to pull towards the bunch of bones you have, which is way easier to deal with when it's just one pile of skeletons that needs a constant thrashing instead of 30 different groups of skeletons over and over again.
I don't even know if we need to. I mean, can they even remake themselves if they're all separated and tied up? I don't think there's anything to bash, is there?
I didn't follow that entirely.
So we're removing the arms and tying them up and
Yeah.
separating them, right?
And I'm saying the rib cages and the hips and the other bones are moving towards the arms to reassemble wherever the arms happen to be.
Okay, we
Okay.
put them in the tree. We tie the big bundle of fucking random shit on a tree branch, and we like you do a bear.
You will see slowly but surely the other bones sort of collect underneath that branch. And a good, 10 minutes pass, and a couple other random skeletons pop in, but it's only like 4 or 5. And then, one by one, a bone will sort of like snap up to the pile in the air. But it's a slow process.
Yeah. I mean, we could try burying the big pile of bones under the one side in the tree, just in the snow, to make it more difficult for them. I mean, there's like plenty we can do to make it more difficult and long-winded for the skeletons to reanimate. And I think what I'm saying is, if we decide to rest here, whoever's on watch just reinforces the anti-skeleton situation.
Yeah.
Sure.
Another 10 minutes later, and as the party is discussing, is it time to make camp? Is this a safe enough situation? There is an uptick in the incoming skeletons from all directions. At first, it was one every couple of minutes, but now each minute you're seeing like 1 or 2 skeletons approaching. It feels like they're drawn to you from many directions, and that they are coming for you.
We keep going, baby.
Yeah, we gotta keep moving then.
All right, we keep moving. Another hour passes. My fighters, please make me another con check for fighting through the snow for another hour. And we'll roll another 5d20.
That works.
No more blows land on you with your dragon
Fail.
scale armor.
God, another nat 20. I've got to have gotten rid of that earlier debuff.
Who rolled that 16, Mooten?
That was Brain Gang. He's failed 3 now.
And then Pola passed. And Imric? No, not Imric. Vash.
20. 1d20 plus 17. Failed.
Vash will take another failure. He's at 2 fails right now. Imric's at 3 fails. Brain Gang's at 3 fails. Everyone else is at 1.
Oh, are you keeping track of it?
Yeah, I've got a little
Oh, all right,
list.
cool.
6 hours into the night now? Is it 6 or is it 7? Someone says in the dark, in the cold.
I try and fly. Can I still fly?
How? What's the duration of your spell?
I think it's like 2 hours plus.
Yeah, then you can still fly.
What is
10
it?
minutes
1 turn per level.
Yeah.
Oh no, so it's 8 turns, so it's like. Yeah, well, yeah, it's like. Hang on, I'll roll a d6.
Thank you.
So it's 14 turns, so 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah, you can still fly.
Okay, well, it's not been.
We have a stopwatch. Don't forget it. Like an hourglass.
Yeah, we've got the
Right,
hourglass. Yeah.
You can
I have a look. I have a look at the hourglass. How's it? Like I say,
you draw the wagon to the stop and go back
No,
to it and
probably
pull it
not.
out.
Well, if I've got to stop the wagon, then I won't. But
We'll stop it the next time we have to fight a big patch of skeletons or whatever.
Yeah.
Done.
All right. Through the night we travel, and another hour will pass, and another set of con checks will come into play. How long will this night draw on? Another blow will land, this time on Brangang. He will take 3 points of damage.
I'll do that.
Brain Gang fails his.
Ugh, Brangang's failed 4 con checks.
We're probably gonna have him stop doing it then.
Yeah.
Tyrael has failed 2 con checks.
Polo passes.
Pola, yes, that's a pass still. Good.
I think 15 for Vash. He's failed 2.
Vash has failed 2, yes.
Fails it.
Fails a 3rd. He's starting to get worn down here. Brangang is the most exhausted of all of you. He's failed 4 con checks. He gets a penalty on all of his rolls of 1. Yeah, he's fine for now. He's just really, really weary. Only his skill is keeping him on his feet. His determination. Brangang is he's one of your advanced warriors, right? Brangang is the leader of your personal bodyguard, so he's no chump.
Well, I think Brain Gang can maybe sit on one of the sleds
Yeah,
and still use his bow if he had to. But let
Yeah,
him get a
there
rest.
are melee things to be done. So if he's going to leave this position, someone else should take over that spot.
Anton will take over both spots. He'll be in the sled,
Damn.
and Anton will take extra.
So you're going to be fighting twice as many as everyone else.
Uh-oh.
You're going to
Well,
be
Brain Gang's
running
still
back
gonna be
and-
shooting his bow.
Mhm.
You're just not gonna be getting hit. I wouldn't say I need 2 con checks because that'd be crazy. But I will take an additional hit.
No.
I'll take 3 hits if you want. As many as you want.
Yeah, you will be absorbing his attack rolls against that were to go against him. But if you're going to be fighting essentially twice as many skeletons as everyone else, I'll probably impose an additional penalty of like 2 on your con checks, just because you're, up here and then running over here to kill this person, then running back over here to kill this person.
So I'll be at 15 con, like plus 15. Sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine. If it's been a couple of hours or like an hour and a half since I last tried, maybe the sun will be up by now.
You come to a pause and tunnel through this. One more.
Yeah.
One
I'll just
more.
take another look. Yeah.
Okay. One more set of con checks all around as the blows come in. No hits on anyone. Is that a fail for you,
Am I
Anton?
at 16 or 15? I don't know what I'm...
You have
I
2 minus 3, so you're at 15.
Okay, so that's
a fail.
Yeah. However, I do have a luck stone. Unlucky. Tired.
One more Archon check we need?
Yes, please. Material will
Pass? Yep.
pass, yeah. Vash. I don't know who that is. Is that a Vash?
Vash passes. The first one was Pola.
Pola fails, Vash
Pola
passes.
Okay. Pola fails, Vash passes. Mouton fails, right. Alright, another hour has gone by. Your fly spell is still active, but you must be nearing the very end of its life. The party comes to a stop as you tunnel through to the surface.
Yeah.
Pushing trees and snow aside once more. Again, they fill in behind you, and you burst from the top. Do you have another light stone? You left the last one where it was.
Yeah, I got like 6 on my card sheet.
Okay, great.
I'll delete one though.
You yeet a light stone into the dark.
Well, no, it's still dark there. That's what I'm asking.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, it's been like 8 hours since the sunset. 9 hours, shouldn't it be?
Still dark.
Okay, this place is actually cursed. While I'm... No, never mind.
As we're going through the forest, it doesn't look like anything is like repeating, right? It doesn't seem like we're going through the same like things over and over again, does it?
8 hours into the trek, Tyrael stops to inspect. Give me an intelligence check, Tyrael. No, you don't recognize this tree. It's got like a weird hook shape on the end.
Yeah, like something you would have noticed or something. Yeah.
You probably would have noticed this tree. If you're like literally repeating the same exact treads, you would have noticed. And you're certain you're going in the right direction, right? Because Anton knows his shit. He's definitely wouldn't have gotten you lost.
No, absolutely not.
Were you gonna yeet a stone into the dark, or are you gonna just go back down?
Yeah,
sure.
why? There's no reason. What are you throwing the stone for?
Just to see if we're near the end of the forest.
If we were near the end, you'd be able to tell.
Okay, I don't do it then. I hear Tyrael in my head.
You just pop up and then pop right back down, it sounds like.
Wait, no, I test while I'm up there, because I walk on the canopy. I mean, if it's 20 feet of snow. No?
No, because your boots of free action or your ring of free action means that you're not really impeded by the snow, so you would just sort of like kind of awkwardly slip and fall through it, but you'd be like standing on branches.
Hold
then.
on. I'm gonna have to come in with
right?
we have a whatever you call prior ruling on this. If you wanted to walk on the snow, he'd be able to walk on the snow just perfectly. He would only pass through it if he wanted to without penalty. The reason why I say this is because I remember asking specifically before, can we swim with rings of free action? And he said, yeah, you can fight unimpeded, but if you want to swim, you can, which was weird because in order to swim, so it seems like you'd have to be able to walk on the snow like you'd be able to swim.
Well, anyway, I wouldn't have to dig through the snow if I could just fall through it. I would just fall through it.
Well, you would, if you weren't to be wearing your ring, you would fall into the snow and probably get caught between like branches and snowpack, right? It's not so loose and light that you could just plummet through it forever. So
I get back down anyway.
Walk on top of the snow and like sink up to whatever height the snow firms up beneath your feet.
Yeah.
And it would be kind of a bitch.
No, I go back down.
Yeah. And you haven't spent very much time up there, and you weren't throwing things around or floating about, so there's no possibility of you getting lost. You tunnel back down through the snow to the party below.
Yep. Still nighttime somehow. I'm not sure what's going on. It's definitely been long enough for the sun to be starting to rise. This place is cursed.
I ever remove curse scroll.
Yeah. Not sure that's powerful enough for a whole forest. Did someone get the hourglass out?
No, we said no because you would have had to go through the cart and do everything, right?
Yeah, well, you were all just waiting around, yeah.
Oh, well,
That's
if we're just waiting around here, then yeah, we can.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I try and set the hourglass to time like 1 minute, and I count it myself as it goes.
Is it when the sun goes down? How long have the nights been here? We should know. We've been here for like a month almost or whatever,
That's
right?
true, yeah.
Yeah. It is May, actually, so it is late spring, not early spring. So the nights should be less than 12 hours between sunset and sunrise. Probably close to 10 hours by now.
So does that mean would we expect to have seen the sun by now?
You must be getting really close. It's hard to know exactly how much time has passed. You players sort of have an idea because I'm making you roll checks every hour.
Yeah.
But your characters wouldn't know, whether it's 2 a.m. or 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. But the players can count the hours based on the checks, which does get us into a weird meta position.
How fast are you moving through the how fast can you fly? Can you go forward at like a really fast speed or?
You would think.
I think it's movement speed 18 or 9 if I go upwards, or 36 if I go down. But yeah,
18
pretty
then?
fast. Yeah. Why?
We could send you up, and you could just fly ahead as quickly as possible to try to find a clearing or the very quickest spot where the forest ends.
I'll get lost though.
Well, what I was gonna say
be
is
able to-
technically we can never lose each other, because if you want, I could
The
kill a
swords
skeleton.
will find each other.
Yeah, and I could take one arm and you could take the other, and we'll always be drawn to each other as they try to reconnect. And we could
Either
use that as a
that,
way to keep track of each
yeah.
other.
Or I think
That's
the
pretty
weapons want
genius.
to find each other.
I don't know if our weapons can find each other. Can the dragon weapons find each other if we're separated?
One of
There
them
is
can, right? I
one
think the
of them.
hammer can locate the others, yeah.
I'll ask
That's a
the
good
hammer,
point.
how far away can you locate another dragon?
Playing weapon.
I can locate my brothers relative to the strength of my wielder.
Well, I
Okay.
imagine I'm one of the strongest
miles.
wielders you've ever had in miles. So,
Oh.
okay, like 11 miles then, basically, or 22 miles because I'm multi-classed. I don't remember what level I am.
I don't know what this multi-classing is, but a half score, or maybe a quarter score miles.
A quarter
Not that
score.
great.
Let's use the skeletons then.
Well, my supply spell's about to run out.
Okay, never mind. That's really bad.
I could try and cast Polymorph Self, but obviously that's a risky game. As we know from last time. Neal, I do the thing where I count a minute out and try and get the hourglass to do a minute.
Wait, if you play more self, couldn't you transfer into like a boule and make us like a little place to fucking camp?
Like under the ground,
Yeah.
maybe.
Wait, an
Why not?
underground?
Our stuff
dig
would have
up.
to stay up here.
No, we're not doing that. No. Because what if we wake up and then above us there's like 20,000 skeletons?
Yeah, or just we get filled in with snow.
Well, it's not snowing. We're under a canopy of snow that doesn't.
Oh yeah, but we could cause like an avalanche by doing that though. I mean,
Okay, let's just keep doing what we were doing then.
wait,
Just
no.
keep going.
Forever,
Answer the question about the hourglass.
I keep trying to, and then people keep
I know,
interrupting you, and you
I
lose
know.
your count. Okay.
I know.
You start over again.
1, 2.
Yeah. It
3.
seems to count a minute, just as you
Okay.
count.
It doesn't seem like there's anything wacky going on with the time.
Surely not.
Let's keep moving.
Keep moving.
All right. Another hour passes. Give me more con checks.
And then after the next hour, for sure, we should see sunlight.
For sure. Absolutely. It's got to be coming up here. That will be a blow against MrMouton, which will hit him for 3 points of damage.
Vash fails his. Paula passes hers. I'll take my 3.
I can't fly any more, Tyrael, but perhaps you can climb the tree.
After the next hour.
Let's wait
I
a few hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another hour we pass?
Yeah, of
One
course.
more?
Sure. One
More.
more.
All right. Yeah, we go another hour.
Easy.
Another set of con checks. It should be this for the attack rolls. No one gets hit. The skeletons are weak. They're so pathetic. But you've been traveling for hours. It's got to be like 10 hours by now. And you must have slain 100, 500 skeletons, maybe 1,000. Who knows? Who can keep track of all the monsters in these woods that you've killed?
Free XP.
Let's see. So Tyrael passes his check. Mouton passes his. The 23 is who?
Pola. She passes hers. I'm doing it.
She's at -2. Yes, that's a 21, so that's good. Okay.
Well, I'm already calculating.
Oh, you're already counting it?
Yeah, because
Nice.
I'm adding plus 14, and then Vash is plus 14 instead of 17.
Great. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Oh, you're so on point. All right. It's got to have been like 10 hours.
Okay,
through the
I did
snow
a
and the
climb
dark
trees
in the
check so that I
forest.
can climb up and see what's going on.
Yeah, you scramble through the tree, you knock some snow down, you keep the hood over your head so it doesn't get too far down your shirt. You scramble up some more, some snow collapses under you, and up and up and up through the tall canopy of trees you go until your head bursts above the top. And still, it is dark.
Do I see an end in sight to the forest, or is it just all snow?
It's too dark, you know, your vision is limited to just a few feet in front of you.
There's no visible moon whatsoever, no starlight whatsoever, absolutely nothing.
No
It's just
moonlight,
pitch
no
black.
starlight. Yeah. You can maybe like see your hand in front of your face just a little bit. There must be some amount of moonlight or starlight leaking through the cloud cover overhead. Otherwise, it would be like having your eyes closed. But you can't see more than a few feet around you.
It's been, I don't know if it's counted as a day yet, but like, I think 10 or 11 hours ago, I used my Ring of Seeing. Can I use it again?
Yes. Yes, you can use your Ring of Seeing.
When I use my Ring of Seeing and I look around, what do I see? Is the entire forest magical? Is the sky magical? What's going on?
Yeah, you can see that the woods have this like rolling, undulating mass of magic throughout it. And the air above the woods sort of has some magic. You can't really see defined borders of where it ends, but it does seem to emanate from the woods and surround everything, including this space directly above it, including the tops of the canopies where you are now, clinging to the very tip of a tree up to your chest in snow.
When I look behind me, an hour or two's travel back, do I see the light stone that Imric threw before?
It should be resting on top of the canopy.
And if it's pitch black up here, I should be able to see it for miles and miles.
Yeah, you can see, if you turn around, the air is illuminated, but there's nothing there to see. But you can see, like, there's a section of ground that sort of shimmers, that shines light in your direction. A small point, miles away, many miles away.
We're moving.
When I look ahead, I don't see anything at all.
Mm-mm.
I look around. It's just pure snow on top. The whole forest is undulating magic, I think you said.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start to work my way back down into where the party was.
Mm-hmm. You come back down through the trees. You arrive where they are. Imric's staring at an hourglass.
Is the sun there, Tyrael?
I shake my head. No sun, no end in sight. I did see that light stone that you threw a few hours back, though. So we're moving in
We
some
are making
direction,
progress.
but I don't know where we're making progress towards. I continue to look around. Is the whole everything is magical here in this forest?
Mm-hmm.
This whole
There's
forest is radiate. Does it radiate an aura by chance? Evil or good?
No, there's no alignment attached to it.
The whole forest is magical. Is there some chance that any of this is illusory? Illusory?
I disbelieve the forest.
Potentially.
Well, hold on. Do dogs see illusions, or are they too stupid or whatever?
The dogs have been barking at the skeletons
Uh-huh.
when you were surrounded by skeletons, if that answers your question.
As a Hail Mary, I will cast Reveal Doors. Just in
Why do you
case.
have these spells? What, you have this spell on you? Do these take your slot?
This is
Yeah,
instead
I-
of a magic missile, yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez, okay, interesting. What other crazy spells do you have over there, Imric? Well, wait,
Mirror
does the reveal
image,
doors
knock,
do anything?
Invis, locate landmark could also be useful.
Roll me a d20, Emmerich.
Come on, big money, big money. Some.
You find no doors.
Mm-hmm.
Can you use locate landmark to find it?
Yeah, I'll cast locate landmark as well. I take my compass.
The compass
wait.
that spins in all directions.
Yeah. And I'll cast locate landmark on Saladin Keep. It requires living creatures, I think, to steal the knowledge from. So it might be that it looks for living creatures within a mile, and then if they know where it is, then it'll give me the direction.
Can there be any living creatures in these woods aside from your party?
It doesn't seem
Birds.
like it because we've looked around. We would have seen birds or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or owls or...
It's not like the undead here would allow birds or owls to coexist in their woods.
Well, hang on. It says casting this spell draws on the knowledge of all creatures within range. It doesn't say living creatures.
Say living.
Ooh.
So it
You
might
gonna
work
cast
on
it?
skeleton. Yeah, I cast it, yeah. Looking for Saladin Keep.
Your direction. Put it in chat so I can read it. Okay. Your compass, which was just sort of like spinning and connecting with somewhere and then moving again, all of a sudden like swings almost directly dead ahead, but maybe 15 degrees off to the right, and holds firm in that direction.
Well, looks like this is the direction.
Let's follow it.
The men are looking tired.
Almost like half the rest.
Yeah, how is Brain Gang doing now that he's had a few hours to rest on top of the sled?
He has still been firing with his bow, and he's still riding on the sled and being forced to stay awake, and no one's had dinner, and no one's had water. Everyone is in a state of exhaustion until you can get to a safe place and get like 24 hours of rest. You're not going to recover any of these penalties.
24 hours. All right, we just keep going then.
Yeah.
We've got no choice, yeah. If we get
All right.
even if we disable the skeletons near us, we'll get surrounded.
Can we just...
The boot.
Yeah, we're gonna go on forever. It seems like. Can we
Great.
do at least like 10 contracts in a row or something, if that's how far
Give me
we're
one
going?
more.
No.
One
Let's
more
think
right now.
Real quick. We're not gonna, yeah. Well, we can
let's
do one
not-
more
let's
right
not-
now.
Let's not suicide.
We have a direction on the compass at least now, right?
Yeah. It's just an instantaneous read, though.
It won't stick forever.
Yeah.
Tyrael, that is going to be a fail because you
pass,
roll
one
at -2. Anton.
Anton
Oh, those
passes,
are
the
for your
other guy
people? Is that-
passes.
Who?
Bash,
Sorry, who was?
Bash passes, Poldo fails.
Okay, excellent. And your own roll, MrMouton, was a pass. Great. And that's all. That's all the people who are doing it. Okay. So many hours into our night. Oh, the attack rolls. Yeah, the attack rolls come off and no one hits. And after some time, you think you can see something in the distance, some light in the distance, but it's hard to tell because there's so much light being reflected into your eyes by the light stones. The snow around you is blinding white, but someone, probably Anton, who's in the front, you get this like, maybe you can make out a tree even beyond the radius of your light. You're not entirely sure. You'd need to quench all of your light stones to be able to make out any other source of light in the dark woods.
Wait, real quick. Does the lightstone light reflect? That's...
Oh, I mean,
Well, because if it does in the future, you should be able to like shine it on a mirror and like light up whole rooms. I'm just making sure. I'm just getting curious. It might not be a big deal, but just to know for the future, because it was like
Magical
magically
lighting
bending
doesn't
around.
make any sense.
Okay.
Because it ends at a certain point, and
Sure.
if we talk about light emanating from a single point, that doesn't.
Yeah, that's
make
fine. Okay,
sense,
cool.
so-
Just checking. All right. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So we will silence our light stones for a moment after making sure there are no skeletons approaching, and then see if we see anything.
You see the edge of the woods.
Based.
What
can
triggered
see-
this?
Well, right now I'm getting
Sorry, no.
triggered. By
No, but what triggered us to turn the light stones off?
Because he said that we could maybe see the edge, but we couldn't really
Okay,
make out if
okay.
there was something. So we just turn them off for a second, then we take them back out. Yeah. Or like a few seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes a little coordination to like quench all of your light stones that are scattered around you. But once everyone works together to blot them out, yes, you can see the edge of the woods. It must be 200 yards in front of you.
Okay.
We go.
And on the party goes. And sure enough, you can make your way towards the edge of the woods. As
Everyone
you-
wants to stop, but I push us on for at least like another half a mile away from the edge of the forest.
Before you fully exit the woods, though, something comes into view.
It's D8 beholders.
Nah, D4. Let's not get too.
That's on the
D4.
return trip. Because remember, everywhere you go, you have to turn around and go back through it to leave.
We're gonna tell
We'll
the
just
station ambulance.
we'll just use the amulet and leave
Yeah,
these
it'll work.
fuckers here.
Yeah, fuck them and all the items and everything. Who cares? Fuck them.
No, we'll have to go back.
Okay. Sure.
You see what appears to be a void in space before you.
Oh,
The,
this thing
the
again.
whole area is sort of like illuminated with this gentle yellow orangey light of a sunrise across a snowscape, and the sun is rising from your right side, and so long shadows are being cast towards the left, but maybe 20 yards, maybe 30 yards from the edge of the woods is this dark void that just
Like,
sits there.
Does it look like
hovering in the air.
the sphere thing from the town at the start or not?
It looks similar to that, but that sphere thing you saw in town like had a large pack of snow over it. This one doesn't. The snow that gently falls from the sky falls right past it without any concern for it whatsoever. But it is sort of one of those blackish, voidy thingies that looks very similar to the thing from in town. It's hovering maybe 3, 4, or 5 feet off the ground, depending on how far it actually is away, which is hard to judge because it's hovering and not standing.
Like we did with what turned out to be the sphere of annihilation in the tower on the mountain, I will get like a length of rope and like throw it in and then try and pull it back out.
Why don't we take our break right here? And when we come back from the break, you can investigate this thing.
We'll be back.
All right.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tombs of Scoria. Let us arrange our party members with our sleds. Our situation is a little bit different than what I've copy and pasted from our normal sled screen. So what is our... Would you arrange your people in how they should be as you were moving through the forests?
Seems pretty decent.
Well, we had a big group.
I guess. Paula would be up here. Vega and Lord Khan would kind of be in the back. We only have 2 sleds now.
Right. It's this one.
Bring it here, on there. Seems fine.
Okay, and so before we fully get to the woods, I'm going to back us up a little bit here. I guess we'll have to move you all over here like this. As we get to about here, you can see this void, this dark sphere. Maybe it's actually just a 2-dimensional circle out here in space.
We just avoid it?
Avoid it because it's a void. Get it?
Wow. I mean, we could do, yeah. We could just loop around it. It's probably the smartest thing to do.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's not gonna be that easy. Just a hunch.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but
No, I agree. But it'd be stupid if we didn't try, and it would have worked.
Yeah. But you'll notice it is not standing still as you get towards the edge of the woods. It is slowly moving in your direction.
How slow are we talking here?
I'm moving it as I talk to give you.
Okay,
an
whoa,
idea of
whoa,
the
whoa,
time frame.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Do we see any of the snow being pulled in around it?
No.
I'll have Anton and Imric advance. Can we split out? Is it following just one of us, or does it just seem to be moving in our general direction?
I'll just keep moving it where it needs to go, and you can go ahead and move your people.
Okay, can we move our other
Yeah,
people?
can we
up
move the
then?
sled? Then?
totally.
Can we just?
Sure,
Can we
move.
just? Well, we can't move the sleds, but.
Nope, the
Okay.
sled needs to be left. We need to deal with this.
Sure.
Because
If
we're
it's
not
a
going to be
sphere
able
of
to...
annihilation being controlled by a wizard or something, we're best just moving away from it.
We can't move the sled
Pause
out. We
right
can't run it, can we? What?
I don't know.
Yeah. So as it gets to about here, we need to take a quick stop. You're going to want to unmove those people real quick, Tyrael.
I didn't
you were
move
the
them.
first one to advance. Oh, whoever moved them out needs to. They can be at the front if you want.
Sure.
But it's as Tyrael gets to about here, sort of skating along the edge as this thing is coming towards you, that the already cold air here takes on a more nefarious chill. You make it to this length when I need you to make me a saving throw versus breath weapon as the air around you drops vastly into the negatives.
Okay, and I just click first breath weapon. My hammer's not
Yeah.
telling me there's a dragon, right?
Correct.
Okay, just checking.
Breath weapon is just the saving throw. No one is actually breathing on you in any way, shape,
Wait.
or form.
I
Let's
might...
just check that might be a pass.
That's a
One,
natural
two, and three
3,
are
so it's-
automatic fails.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 3 is automatic fail. Okay.
Yeah. You will take 3 points of freezing damage at this proximity to the void, as like the heat just begins to sap out of your body. And now we should roll initiative because people are taking damage, and that means things matter.
Oh, they didn't matter before?
No, before we were just talking. Now we're dying. I need a token for this thing, so I'm going to use this Dragon Void token. But I'm telling you now, it's not a Dragon Void in any way, shape, or form. I just need a token to roll for hit points, or to roll on the initiative table.
Why do you
Okay.
have that
Right.
token nearby though? Oh, you typed in void.
Just
It's
as...
just a void thing, yeah.
I just took damage because of like an aura of coldness. I didn't see it like a breath weapon blow out of me or anything, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
okay.
There was no motion, no action.
I'll shout out to the party to keep their distance. Oh, I'm sorry, that was the wrong initiative.
Okay. Me and my group, we're just gonna be going to the right.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. We'll take it one person at a time. The rest of the people are hanging back and not joining in the fray. They didn't roll initiative, so they're just chilling for the first round to observe.
Indeed.
Polo goes max movement to the right.
All right. She goes off the screen to the right.
Okay. Montum does the same. Oh wait, sorry.
All right. Montum follows her.
Montum goes in that way. Yep.
Great. Go ahead and move both of them to the edge of the screen, please. Imric, you are next.
I shoot a lightning bolt at it.
That's service right there. All right. You shoot a lightning bolt. It goes off without a hitch. Lightning cracks from your fingertips and streaks towards the creature. Roll me damage.
I was going to say, you're not even going to ask me to roll the damage to give me the illusion of doing something, but you are. I appreciate
Of
it.
course.
Oh, God.
Jesus,
23.
that's a lot of... Actually, I mean, it's shit rolls, but 10d6 is a lot of fireball, lightning bolt damage.
Yeah.
Did I not write down how much HP this has?
So it does have HP now.
Your lightning bolt will do something to it. That's for certain. It is not ineffective. open up its saving throws. Excellent. Your lightning bolt shrieks towards the void, and it wobbles in the path. The trace of, like the snow melts in a path along the course of the lightning bolt towards the thing, diminishing the melting as it gets closer until the creature, the thing, shudders under the impact of the bolt and sort of not quite fractures or splits, but like wobbles in the air. Its shape no longer perfectly circular. Its shape sort of like an undulating mass of some sort of like non-Newtonian fluid that's been wobbled in space. Tyrael.
I will take a shot with my... So I'm using ethereal arrows. I don't know if that's going to matter. On my longbow +1.
You sheathe your sword, pull out the bow, take a shot. Your arrow goes and sort of vanishes inside the void.
Cool.
Doesn't seem to have done any damage to it whatsoever.
Okay.
And it will move on its turn.
Wait. I'll back up a bit, because I took damage before when it was near me, so...
I cannot... It is the sphere, but because the sphere is a drawing, the tokens won't really properly drag distances, so I'm going to use I swear it's not a dragon. I'm not fucking with you. Just a placeholder token. It'll move towards Vash and Anton. Vash will need to make me will need to make me 2 saving throws versus breath weapon.
All right.
And Anton will need to make me 1 saving throw versus breath weapon.
He passes 1, and let me see. Does he have? Yeah, he's got a cloak of protection, so he passes both. Oh wait, does he get his minus con to that?
Yes, he gets his penalties to that. And I think Vash is at -4 right now.
Okay, so he
So he
fails
fails
them both.
Vash will begin to freeze in his boots, and he will take 8 points of freezing damage. His blood begins to run a little cold. The sweat freezes to his forehead. His eyelashes get coated with white powder. Anton, similar to you passed your saving throw?
Mm-hmm. Anton did, yeah.
You will take 1 point of damage as the cold envelops you. Your turn, Anton.
Anton and Vash, move away.
Full speed out into the snow. Yep. Anton, you have a ring of free action on you, so you can move much faster than the rest of these jabronis. Do you keep pace with them, or do you like move? Okay, cool.
Good name.
Let's roll initiative again.
Wait,
or second shots with bows, actually.
I'll shoot again with a bow.
Could Lord Con not have had an action this round?
We had mentioned that no one who rolled initiative. They were all just observing. But you can roll Lord Con in this round if you would like.
I will. Yeah.
What are you rolling him for?
Magic missile.
Fireball.
Oh yeah, he's got fireball. Yeah.
I shot in 17. Whoop. Did it just disappear in again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that because you didn't hit its AC, or because you didn't do, or because it's immune to your damage?
Who knows? I don't know, Koibu. Why the fuck are you asking me? How am I supposed to know?
Because I'm not really asking you. I'm telegraphing to the viewers the various options that could be happening here. It's
fuck
not
the
about
viewers. I muted the whole stream. It's just us playing now.
Oh, that's the way I want it, baby.
Just us 4. We've been on the B-Rag back screen for the past 30 minutes.
Ah, yes.
I touched my hammer real quick to make sure that's indeed not a dragon, but it's not. Okay.
It's not a dragon. Your hammer tells you, I'm sure there's no dragons anywhere nearby. Don't worry about it.
Does he say, I'm not fucking with you? That's important.
He says, I'm not fucking with you.
Okay.
Yes. Pola is first to act once again.
I would roll her ship. I'm gonna roll. We're gonna stay as a group, so I'm gonna stay as in group initiative. 1d20 plus 3. We're just gonna be walking together. So.
Okay, cool. Is that all 5 of you or 4 of you over here are just gonna walk?
Yep, we're gonna just like not like run away, but we're gonna keep the distance.
Okay, I will remove Montem and Pola And
You
we'll
remember
just-
me too.
yeah, Montem and you, and we just use poll as initiative. Great. Lord Khan.
He fireballs him. Moon, go on, you roll it.
And roll it.
Is it 66, Neal? Is he level 6?
Moon, can we get some good damage? I want 25 plus damage here. Okay,
23.
I'll take it.
Lord Khan is indeed 6th level. Yes. The fireball rips towards the creature, who
It's the same as I rolled.
immediately stabilizes. It regains all of its HP. It takes its full form, and its initiative speeds up.
Dog show.
Wait, it gained HP?
Oh, it's
It
a
gained
dragon.
HP and initiative. It's still not a dragon.
Okay.
Oops, I had moved the wrong person.
Oh, what's its full form look like then?
That's memes.
It's still a black void, but instead of like that undulating, like kind of moving thing after the lightning bolt hit it, it forms into a nice solid, pitch black sphere of darkness. But its
use fireball.
initiative speeds, and it will go, and it will move in the direction of Lord Khan and the rest of the party down here.
Uh-oh.
It comes to this point. I will need Hans to make me a saving throw. Lord Khan to make me a saving throw. Imric.
I'll roll Hans.
Vega. And the dogs. Well, 1, 2,
Vega.
3, 4, 5 dogs.
Vega doesn't have anything filled out.
6
in his team.
dogs.
Hans fails.
I'll roll Vega.
Imric fails.
Oh, Vega doesn't
Sorry,
have
just
anything.
roll the D20 and
I'll
we'll
just-
figure it out.
That's
Roll a
cool.
D20.
You know.
Just roll.
Wait, did we both roll ones, or are we fucking this up on?
No, you fucked the dice up, yeah.
It's the greater than sign is what's fucking you here. I will just add Vega's
Okay,
saving
there's
throws.
Vega,
It's a
I
level
rolled a 12.
8 rogue. Okay. Saving throws are 12, 12, 11, 15, 13. So he will have failed as well. Everyone who failed takes 6 damage. Everyone who passes takes 3. The dogs, however, some of them are in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the 6, 7, 8, 9. 6 of the 9 dogs in the front sled are within range. Would you roll me 60, 20, someone?
I'll roll it. Do we need high, right?
You want high.
Every single one of these is gonna be above 15. Just kidding.
Whew. Your dogs need a 19 to pass, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them will take 6 points of damage. 1 of them will take 3, and they have this much HP.
2d8.
Dogs have 2d. That's war dogs, right? Not sled dogs. Is there a difference?
No.
Are you an unbiased source of information?
Doesn't
The,
matter,
the,
they're
sled,
gonna
the,
die next round
sled,
anyways.
the sled dogs and Fro are 2d8.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, then we will do. This one takes half. He lives. Lives 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1 dog will die of cold immediately, and all the dogs will break and panic at this like unnatural, life-draining freezing. They will bulk and run in the opposite direction, except for the one who's dead, who is just frozen to death in the spot. And this one is at 1 out of 7.
Can we get close and fight it? Do you think, Tyrell?
Shouldn't their saves be if they're 2 hit die, Neal?
They would have 17 or higher as a save.
Yeah,
Or
so
18, 19 or higher, because they're 0th level. Oh, no, you're right. It should be 17.
Yeah.
Right. 2 save.
Yeah, okay. So then this one will only take 3 instead of 6. So it'll be a 5 out of 8. And this one is at 2 out of 8. And this one is at 4. Oh, this one passed as well. So this one's at 7 out of 10. There we go. And then we'll switch these, because that's appropriate. All right, there we go. So these dogs sort of back off to the edge of their leashes and reins. It will whip the cart about as they pull in that direction. Everyone has taken damage here that needed to. Excellent.
Did Lord Khan fail or pass a save? I don't think Muton rolled it. I think you just rolled the scuff D20
I
and
thought
didn't
you
roll.
rolled it.
Someone roll for Lord Khan, please.
I rolled for hands, so I'll just roll for Lord Khan as well.
I saw you rolled
11.
If he is a level 6 wizard, then he passes.
Okay. So he takes what, 3?
3, yeah.
Okay.
I already actually took HP off, so add 6, right?
Oh, you already
Off
took.
6, you just took off 3. Yeah.
So I'll add 3 then. No, I'll
No,
add 6,
you
yeah.
said 6.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Tyrael, it is your turn.
This arrow is gonna hit. Hold on. I'm feeling like a nat like 18 coming on here. So I can find out if the arrows actually do damage. Okay, this works.
It is a
Okay.
natural 20. You grab an ethereal arrow from your quiver. You notch it in your +1 longbow. You draw back. You aim true. The arrow goes straight at the thing and then
Does
just fades out of
nothing.
existence. Imric.
Cool.
Magic missile.
Uh-oh.
Based.
Magic missile did not roll well on its table.
And shoot hands. He gets fucking killed.
Ooh. It does fail. It just, the magic doesn't really flow. It kind of comes out in a sputtering, like weak, like a hose that isn't on all the way, and the missiles sort of fall to the ground.
Cool. I take my movement.
Excellent.
Are we aware that the fire, it looked like it got healthier and it looked like it took form? When the fire went
Absolutely,
out? We all saw that
without a
happen.
doubt. And you'll also notice that, as the fire streaks, just like the lightning, the snow sort of melts in the path, but the closer it got to the thing, the less the snow melted. Pola
what do you mean? Can you explain
and
that?
crew.
Hans and Vega aren't in the initiative, but they can just retreat, right?
Yeah, they can just, they'll go.
The thing's already gone, so yeah, it doesn't matter. All right, they just
Yeah.
leave.
These 4 are doing what? They're on your initiative here, Anton.
We're gonna kind of like circle around, I guess, but staying like keeping the distance.
Like circle around to the backside.
Anton's probably gonna have to go in and.
But do place yourselves, because you could be this close, or you could be like much, much further back. Do tell me where you go.
Okay, we're here.
Right there.
Yep.
Then Montum further away, dude.
Oh, is he?
He's like 11 HP. He's gonna get fucking destroyed.
They can stay back there. I feel
Anton,
like we have to try.
you
and attack
are
it.
close enough to this thing
Well, yeah,
that you
I'm
do
running
enter.
in, so hold on.
Yeah.
Anton's gonna run
Are you-
and attack.
Okay, so
and attempt
they
to
are
attack,
circling and you're charging.
Yeah,
That's
What
what
a
I hear.
badass. Kick its
Okay.
ass.
So we're going to take this a little bit more slowly than we would in normal charge. When you get to about right here, you have to make a saving throw.
Pass.
You pass, you will only take 3 points of damage. And then I think when you get to about here, a little bit further back, you have to make another saving throw.
First breath.
Yep.
Okay, pass.
You will take 2 damage.
Okay.
And then when you get... These notes are really far back. Here we go. When you get one more square closer, you'll have to make a 3rd saving throw.
That's probably a pass.
With your, you've got at least +4. You will take 1 point of damage with a 2nd save as your joints begin to freeze or be slowed.
I can't be slowed because I have.
You can't be slowed, so you're fine. Don't worry about it then. All right, and you get even closer, right?
I'm attacking.
You go,
so yeah.
Yeah, you get all the way up. Give me the 4th saving throw for cold damage.
Pass.
Each step pass, you take 2 points of damage. The closer you get to it, the deeper and darker the temperatures go. If you are here next round at the start of your turn or whatever, you will have to make 1 save or take 4d6 cold.
That sounds Based. Okay. Here you go. Here's your attacks.
Yes.
Spear of Ohana, I'm using 1 charge. 18. Lightning, mithril. Magic.
18 will hit, yes.
Okay.
You strike the creature.
9 damage. Here's the 2d6. It needs to roll a stun save, probably. I don't know.
Yeah. It will take the damage, but it does not seem to be disabled in any way, shape, or form. Hold on.
Not like we are.
Your spear has struck this creature. And
Here it goes.
this is the spear of Rohana, right?
That's right. If you take this spear from me, better give me a +5 spear later, okay?
I promise no such thing. It needs to make a saving throw versus crushing blow as it reaches critical temperatures. This is a metal tip, so
Nope.
it needs a 7.
It is a mithril tip.
Yes, 7 or higher on a d20, and then it gets a bonus to its saving throw for each plus that it has. So it's a +3 weapon.
Yeah.
So it needs a 4 or higher on a d20. Not a problem. It stays intact.
Anton
You're
notices-
offhand?
No. I don't attack with the off. Thanks, though.
Yeah. Okay.
Initiative.
Initiative.
Okay.
Well, second attacks.
Second
Kieran
attacks,
can get a-
yeah, sure.
Kieran can get a bow shot if he wants.
Yeah,
I'm
I
good
guess. Well, we know it doesn't do anything, right?
You know what? I'm good on the bow shot. Instead of my second attack, can I swap rings?
Yeah, I'm gonna move.
Yeah, the bows aren't working. You throw the bow over your shoulder, take off your gloves, move around your rings.
I'm just getting a shot. I don't need to swap rings.
Anton moves
Put your gloves back on.
as far as he can back to the boys.
Can I activate my Cloak of the Cheetah?
Probably can't escape actually quite that far, Anton, since you had to
I have
charge.
ring
You had
of
to move all the way
reaction
in.
and 24 movement speed.
24, so that's 240 feet and around. And if you were off the screen a little bit, and then
No,
let's
no,
call
no,
it
no,
like,
no. Oh, yeah, because we did.
if you were about 30 feet
Move.
off the screen, then you moved 114 here. I guess you still have, you do a half move and attack, right? So you could move like here-ish, I think, and be free.
Okay.
Yeah, close, but not in 10 billion damage range.
Can I activate my Cloak of the Cheetah?
As part of your next turn, yeah.
Part of
but
my next
not
turn.
on the same round that you were doing all of your missile attacks. It's a
Okay.
lot of stuff going together.
Sounds good. I will chill then. I'll just put my
we
bow
all-
away and chill.
Yeah.
For my second attack,
initiative for the next round. It looks like Lord Khan and Imric have rolled. What about Brain Gang and Hans and Vega? Are they doing stuff? Are they going to abandon the dogs who are attached to the sled and can't really go too much further because they're in sort of a panic, and they're also
I'm just gonna
dragging
tell
the
our
body of
sled
a dead dog with
drivers
them?
to fuck off and move them out of
Yeah, I think we just want them to get out of the fight.
here. Yeah. All those people get the fuck out.
Okay. Brain Gang is the current sled driver. Somehow he has ended up with the job. So it sounds like he's going to fuck off with these pups.
Wait, how fast can these carts move?
In the woods, not very quickly. And in fact, this one back here, it can't turn around. It can only go forward. It does not have a reverse. So they will both have to go forward and to the right and around this corner. And in the woods, it's a slow pace. It's like moving rate 6.
Okay.
We'll roll for Brain Gang, who's new to sled driving, and we will roll for the cart. The unnamed wagon driver. Lord Khan is first with a magic missile spell. Clear eyes on the void.
Does it work?
Yeah, it goes off without a hitch. Missiles stream towards it. 11 points of damage. The void quivers under the mass of blows. Imric takes a turn.
Same thing.
Just like the last round, you fire your missiles, and they are impotent. They land in the snow at your feet.
Okay.
The void thing will go, and it will move towards Anton. It will close the gap towards you.
I'd just like to say once again, Anton would be moving away, so I think it's
Yeah, but it's moving towards you.
ridiculous.
You're moving away. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a mess, right?
Well, I'm gonna take the 48 damage, but yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
I just
roll
want
me
you
the
to know
saving
that I
throw.
think that this is a bad thing. in
Any
second
sort of
edition
initiative
and in
system is
D&D.
fucked.
Yeah, it's dog shit. Yeah,
All initiative systems are fucked when you look at them too closely.
that passes.
That's a pass. All right, you will take 4d6 divided by 2.
Easy. It's gonna be like 8
You will
damage.
take 5 points of damage.
So easy.
And it will provoke an attack of opportunity if you face it, because you can like feel it getting closer to you as you like turn and trudge through the snow, and it picks up speed and it runs up towards you. It's going to try and bump into you. If you face it, you can get an attack of opportunity. I don't know how we want to work this, because I think
Do
you're
I want to roll a
fleeing from it.
d20 to lose my weapon? And the answer is
Probably not.
Yeah.
Okay. So it will. We'll roll a natural 1. You will be able to easily avoid the thing as it attempts to bump into you. Material.
Look at the cheetah. Does it work?
Yeah. Let me roll the dice. Yeah, no problem. Where do you go? What do you do?
I want to zip through the forest here, and I want to make my way to the cart that we stashed the Death Knight's gear onto.
Yeah, you find it.
I want to draw the Frostbrand sword, I think is what we called it.
Yeah. You pull out the Death Knight's arming sword, branded with frost.
Um,
There's still plenty of movement.
if I have plenty of movement, then I will do a charging attack into the back of this. Hopefully I gain +2 for charge and then +2 for back because it's surrounded. What are we doing?
It
How
does
are we
not
rolling?
have a front nor a back, but you can go ahead and make me 4 saving throws in a row, each for a d6. Or you can just do 1 saving throw for all. I don't really care.
I'll do 1 saving
one
throw
for all.
It's
Yeah,
a spell
it's
save.
mechanically better, but
Did we?
breath weapon. Sorry, breath weapon.
It's bad.
What's the pass?
Yeah, and I think you have at least +3, so you'll take half of 17.
8.
8.
This is a +3 sword, I believe. Yes.
+3 but +6
Yeah.
versus fire monsters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Does the sword glow at all, or anything special as I get to the 0? Because you said when I hit 0 degrees, something.
It is
starts
in
to glow.
freezing situations. In the early dawn light, you can see the sword illuminates the area. Everything else is colored with oranges and yellows and the signs of a soft, warm sun. This sheds a cold blue light everywhere.
Is this a large creature or medium?
It is medium.
All right, I will take a swing with the icy blade. I'm rolling Harbinger here because it's also a +3 sword. 29, I think, because of my
A
charge.
tremendous blow. You hit it.
Did you crit?
No.
Okay.
I think by now you've understood this to be the heat siphon that the Frost Ranger was talking about.
You
Go
for-
ahead
what?
and...
the Frost Ranger talked about a heat siphon.
Or maybe you don't.
I don't remember
Take it
that
back.
either.
I don't remember that.
Nobody was paying attention.
I feel like if the Frost Ranger would have said a single useful thing, I feel like we would have remembered this, but okay.
He mentioned heat siphons at least twice.
I don't know, man. That guy was real worthless. I will do damage.
Sounds
damage.
like you just weren't listening to
From
him.
our- we listened. That's all. I just wanted to do him in damage anyway.
Okay.
Does he get any extra damage or anything?
Yes, you will.
Oh my god.
Oh, what was that?
Koibu just sometimes goes demonic on the mic. I don't know what happened.
Hello?
It's fine. Don't worry. Every now and
Yeah.
then it's just... we all have inner demons.
You do a bunch of damage to it.
Oh.
Yeah. And it will become Brangang's turn, and he will haul the cart off in that direction as best as he can. Brangang is not really a wagon driver. Who has been
Oh, yeah.
driving the wagons?
We have 2 wagon drivers technically. It was a fuck up for you, I guess, that you said when they had 1 survive. People checked the VODs, I checked the VODs, and there was 2 people who survived.
There was 2 surviving?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, great. Perfect. Even that better than Brangang doesn't have to do it.
Hang on. Sorry, just at the end of my turn, I'm gonna move up here, and I tell the people driving the carts like, move off to the right, and then get through the forest and like start trying to move past this thing.
Yeah. Who got dragged off by the white dragon then, if it wasn't the cart driver?
We had 3. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, there were 3 wagon drivers plus the Frost Ranger?
Yeah.
Got it. That makes sense. That tracks. Tyrael made his attack with the Frost thing, which notably did not need to save. And Brangan goes, Pola goes. Pola's the rest of the group. That's these people over here. And is that also Anton's initiative?
Yeah, but Anton's not going to attack, so I mean...
Right, so you're just leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. And they back up as well?
Yep.
All right, initiative for those that remain.
We think we're going to kill us?
Wait.
I might have a way to get rid of it.
Did we do second attacks last time?
Nope.
No, please do your second attacks right
I'll
now.
do my second attack. Hold on. Oh, I got a nat 19 coming right here, baby.
Let's see it.
Okay, close.
Regular blow. A
Oh,
hit.
Okay, cool.
A solid hit.
Okay, at least it's going to be a lot of damage, though. Surely.
Yeah. Oh. But wait, is it a +6 monster against the Heat Siphon?
He's taking any calculus.
I am upping the
Okay.
damage for it in a obfuscated way. The heat, the void thing before you is now like an undulating, unstable mass that pulls in other directions. Instead of being a solid sphere, sometimes it stretches out to be like almost as flat as a plane. Other times it stretches the other way, and sometimes it's like moving and pulled out and in different directions all over the place. It feels incredibly unstable. Tyrael, will you make me a perception check right now?
Of course, being the perceptive, roguish person that I am, I will also do it quite high.
You notice at the edge of the void, you're able to see something, especially as it wobbles, as it retreats from, as it bends itself inward, there becomes a very temporary gap where you can see through the void to some land beyond. And as you, with a 26, you can see that it's not just one place. There are small little portals or windows or visions through to other places sort of surrounding this thing all over. And they move too quickly for you to really, in the middle of combat, focus on anything. But you can see lush green areas. You can see sandy deserts. There are other areas that are like, desolate snow wastelands. There's even like a patch of water and one patch of sky. There's a whole town involved with people moving around in these little different windows that appear as the whole thing fluctuates. Something is happening here. But
interesting. After my
you can't
attack,
see it in combat.
Can I hop back and use the rest of my movements to just back away a bit?
Yeah, you make your strikes, you hop away, and you back off, gauging, looking, waiting, rolling initiative.
Our initiative is we're gonna run, so.
Yep. You guys are fleeing.
Okay, I'll attack it this round. I might be able to get rid of it if it warps into something even worse, but... I'm using my wand Neal of magic missiles.
Lord Khan, did he roll a 1 again?
He's out of spells. Oh, wait, does he have a magic missile wand as well? Let me check. You might do, actually. Wand of magic missiles, yeah, so he will roll a 9.
Excellent. Pola and the other retreating people just go without any problem. The void thing will take its turn, and it will move in the direction of Tyrael as Tyrael gets ready to bound back in its face. Roll me 2 saving throws, Tyrael. Or, 1 saving throw. Roll the saves.
Pass.
Yeah, they both pass.
Pass. All right, great. You will take 2 and 1 for 3 damage total.
Good.
As your heat drains, your life drains. Lord Khan?
Magic missile?
Yep. It's the wand, Neal, if you want to roll for its, whether it works or not.
Yep. His wand is firm and does not quiver in the face of the freezing cold. It goes off without a hit.
6 damage.
Which breaks and shatters the void thing, which falls and then sucks itself inward and vanishes without a sound, without a sight. The field before you is just cold and empty. The relative heat returns to the normal freezing temperatures, Tyrael. You take no more damage this round.
Oof. Cool.
All right, let's get away from the forest, but we need to make camp as soon as possible. I've used everything.
As you have a moment to gauge your surroundings, you can see that not too far to the east of where you are now, to the northeast, there is a great lake that sort of stretches out. Maybe just a lake, not a great lake. It's a regular lake.
Okay.
And it's icy along the banks. But before you, ahead of you, you can see pieces of land floating above the ground. The first one is maybe 20 feet, maybe 30 feet. It depends on its distance away from you. And then there's another chunk, and another chunk, and another chunk. And on the last chunk, there is a tower that rises above it. And that is where we will take our final break for the day.
We'll be back.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tombs of Scoria. At the edge of the woods, our party can see these floating islands in the near distance. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. The last one, you can tell, has a tower atop it. In fact, the first one, the lowest one to the ground, also appears to have a much, much smaller tower atop it as well.
This look like a keep?
Yes, this could be considered a keep. Although, it's really hard to judge the distance when things are floating in the air. It's hard to tell exactly how far away they are, but it looks kind of small to be Saladin Keep. It's, it's not some grandiose great tower or fortress or place of commerce, or, it's sort of... Maybe it's 60 feet tall, maybe it's 80 feet tall. It's really only like 30 feet wide. It's not the greatest tower you've ever seen in your life. But then again, you're not going to the deep heart of the Empire. You're going to the place where the Ion Stones are. And that doesn't necessarily mean it has to be the most impressive of all the keeps in the land.
I mean, we were told that the keep was right beyond this forest, I think, right? Like this matches.
I remember
Right
if he
next
said
to
it was
the thing.
beyond the forest, on the lake, or
Yep.
over the lake. Why don't you use the spyglass and just check the other side of the lake?
Sure.
Yes, with the spyglass, you gaze across the lake. You can see the remnants of some small settlements on the other sides, but nothing that would look anything like a keep. There's like a long pier that goes out into the lake on the far side, a collection of houses covered in snow. There's one small square stone building with parapets that could be considered a keep, but it's even less impressive than this one, and it's on the far side of the lake.
So
The party.
This is probably it, yeah?
We need to rest for at
Yeah,
least
of course.
Yeah, we need to rest, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Neal, you said there's no keep on the other side of the lake, right?
Not really. There is a small stone building with parapets that, if you wanted to broaden the definition of keep to everything that could possibly be defined by it, could fall under the classification of keep. But it is like, the least likely of the two buildings.
All right, well, I'll try locate landmark again in the morning, but I need to rest.
Daylight is out. The party is exhausted. We rest.
We rest.
We right.
Can you delete the black circle, please, Neal?
I will just move you to the edge of the woods.
Thanks.
Looking in. Okay. Someone has to be on watch, right? Who's gonna watch during the day?
I can. We can go in whatever order. I don't care. We
Yeah.
can roll for it or whatever.
Okay.
Let you.
The party easily falls asleep. You had one extra dog, luckily, so the one that died from frostbite can be
Came in
replaced by
handy.
the other happy, healthy ones.
Great.
Well, not that happy. Some of them are wounded. And everyone beds down to sleep, taking shifts to sleep through the day and rest through the night. Can I get a perception check from which one of the brothers here?
But today I'm the one that's
that is
awake.
gonna be Imric.
Okay.
Can I get a perception check from Imric in the night?
I mean, I'm not really on watch, but I'll roll it anyway.
At some point, you don't take watch?
If I can avoid it, I mean, my perception sucks.
Sure. Well, then we will have somebody else roll it. This one. Jack is dead. This one. Vash. Have Vash take the 13 and add his perception to it.
13 and add his... Bash.
25.
Yeah, his perception is 12.
Yeah. Come morning, Vash was on last shift. He'll tell you that he heard the unmistakable sound of, like, horse carts in the night. He didn't wake anyone because everyone needed their rest and it didn't seem violent. But he could definitely hear the sound of, like, wheels rotating on soil, axles under the pressure of a wagon, and the grunting of oxen.
Probably just some other spirit event, like we've been seeing.
He nods. That's what I
Nothing
thought.
to
That's
worry
why I didn't
about.
wake you.
You did well. Yeah, I will study my spell books.
How many spells do you have to learn?
Quite a few.
So you'll be here for many hours
I'll
studying.
work it out. Hang on.
Yeah. The rest of the party is feeling much more well rested now. You've had a full 24 hours of rest, so we can mark off 3 points of these penalties for everyone that has had them. And I think that fixes everyone back up to full, except for Brain Gang and Vash, which will each be down at -1 still. Their exhaustion not fully recovered.
Just about 2 hours I need.
Okay. And Lord Khan needs less than that, I imagine. So in the morning, the cooking equipment comes out. No one has really, except for yesterday when you arrived, you hadn't eaten in a little while. Another good meal inside your body is warming you up. Someone makes some stew or some soup, something that will really flow through and keep the insides warm. The talk in the camp is about what could be on these floating stones, these towers. And more importantly, how you're going to get up there. Because they are floating off the ground quite a distance, some of them.
Yeah. Well, the plan is that we're gonna go fly up there, and you guys can hold the camp here.
Okay. It is maybe... Well, you'll have to walk the distance to know for certain, but it's a couple miles to the keep.
It's fine.
Maybe-
Let's
maybe
just
2
keep the
miles?
camp here. I can fly there if it works. So once we're all ready, I'll cast Polymorph Self. I've got 2 castings. If it fails, we just wait for it to... Like, if I get transformed into something wacky, we'll just wait for the duration to run out.
So as I understand it, the 3 of you are leaving everyone else at camp and walking a couple miles to the tower.
Flying.
Wait, why
Flying.
can't we camp closer
I
to
think
the
we should
base of
just all
this?
go to the tower and camp close to there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Can.
Everyone packs up the gear, pulls with the dogs, gets closer. 2 miles pass, and soon you can get a pretty good estimate of these. The first floating piece of earth, and it's not just like a flat plane. It's got like a sort of like a tooth when you pull it out. It's got like an underside that is maybe 30 feet from the ground, and then the height of the floating stone from the very bottom of the underside to the very top is maybe another 30 feet as well. So the ground, the top of the floating earth pile, is maybe 60 feet off the ground.
All right. Once we get the camp set up near the tower, I cast Polymorph Self.
Before we get to the results of the polymorph self, it may become important one day to know exactly how far from the tower, from these floating stones. I assume you're not making camp directly underneath them in their shadow
No,
at high noon.
Absolutely not.
Maybe like
Half a
1,000
mile?
yards or 500
1,000
yards or
yards?
something.
Yeah.
Okay, so about half a mile is the consensus. That's a little less than 1,000 yards.
Sure.
So. Okay. Leaving everyone else back at camp, three brothers surround Imric, who casts Polymorph Self.
Yep.
There's no way you're failing this badly twice in a row.
Surely not.
But I worry if I roll poorly, you're just gonna assume that I'm fucking with you.
Wait,
that I'm fudging
What if
my
you
dice
turn into like a
rolls.
monster?
Oh,
and you,
roll
like,
it on
die?
roll 20 if that's how you feel.
Well, I've been trying to obfuscate the mechanics so you sort of have
well.
to guess at it.
It makes you feel better. I trust you, Neal.
That's all I care about. That's all I
Yeah.
wanted to hear, Nick. Okay, it goes off without a hitch.
Amazing. Oh, thank God. I breathe a sigh of relief. Said, okay, I think it worked. Are you ready?
Let's go.
I
Wait,
shall
did we
turn
all gain
into-
1 HP last night or no? Because we were recovering.
We don't
our
have a healer anymore.
No.
You don't naturally gain 1 HP overnight?
Not under strenuous activity.
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't want it anyway, so.
I turn myself into a Pegasus.
Mighty
I
bird.
hop on it.
Horse.
Fortunately.
The two of you mount the Pegasus, who leaps into the air and circles high. How do you approach these towers? Are you beelining to the first landmass? Are you climbing in the sky and circling them? Are you beelining to the tower?
That's what I do. I go to the tower and circle it for a while.
Yeah, you'll notice as you fly, it seems to be fine at first, but once you get to within like a quarter mile, all of a sudden your flight fails entirely and you begin to plummet like a stone. Now, this effect happens fairly quickly, and so as you plummet, you inevitably like slightly fall out of the area again and can regain your wings and bring yourself. Give me a saving throw versus death.
Yeah.
I
Sorry.
should see it. There's only a 15% chance you fail. So it should be fine. Yeah, you can like catch yourself and pull yourself into a proper landing, but it does appear that there's something, as you would say, wacky going on with the atmosphere around these.
Yeah. But do I feel that if I were to go high enough, I could just glide down?
Yeah, I was
to
gonna
the
say, let's
landing?
go away, go super high, and then like come over, and we can feather fall down.
When you were in the zone, when you crossed that like half-mile threshold, it wasn't like you could glide.
Yeah,
it was
just fell.
a plummet. Yeah.
But this isn't gonna be everywhere in the world.
Can I give the Ring of True Sight to Anton and have him activate it and see if he can see specific zones of high gravity or no fly or whatever, and see if there's a way we can fly in? Is there a path somewhere that we can see?
Good idea.
Great idea.
You can touch one of the weapons to me as well to communicate.
Oh, we'll just kick you on the sides with a horse.
Gazing into the area, sure enough, there is like a column of magic that stretches a mile in diameter around the tower, and it rises like into the sky as far as you can really see, blending in with the atmosphere eventually. And then the floating land masses have magic around them, and then the towers, it just gets to be a blur of magical things that begin to give you a headache, and you can't make out the differences. But there's definitely a solid half-mile column.
Once we land,
Sorry, 1 mile column.
turn back into myself. I'm going to cast Locate Landmark just to make sure that this is solid and keep.
Locate Landmark returns a null answer. It returns
Like-
the the compass just doesn't go anywhere.
Well, like the spell didn't work, or like there's no result.
There's no result. You did cast the spell successfully. You could feel the magic flowing through you, but you did not get a result from it.
Interesting.
Hmm.
You said 60 feet, right? That's how far it is.
60 feet to the flat part, 30 feet to the bottom of the floating island.
How big are these trees?
Some of these trees back in the forest, back in the
Yeah.
haunted woods, very tall. If you were to fell a tree at its base, you could probably prop it up against the thing. You have to haul it 2 miles through the snow, but
Well, okay. I'm gonna turn back into the Pegasus and fly us back to the edge of the forest.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what's the plan here?
Well, you're about to see. I will get out, turn off from the Pegasus, turn back into me, and then on one of these large trees, I will cast Fabricate and turn a tree into a ladder.
That is an amazing spell. I love Fabricate. And it goes off without any problems.
Amazing. And
have a 60-foot solid wooden ladder. Not one of these like flimsy ladders either, but like a good solid ladder. You'll still have to position it appropriately so that it's mostly vertical. You wouldn't want to walk across it like spanning a 60-foot gorge, but
yeah. But is it so heavy that we can't carry it easily?
We have 17 strength.
With the three of you.
Yeah, well, I think
free action.
I think I'll maybe turn into an ox or something like that to help carry it. Yeah.
Yeah. They can hook the ladder on your horns, and you can drag it through the snow with you, no problem.
All right, and then we get the ladder set up.
You set up the ladder against the base of one of these floating.
Well, the one with the tower, right?
Right. Well, sorry, if I wasn't clear enough already, they are in ascending order of height.
Okay.
They're not scattered all at the same point. Like there's one, and then there's one above it, and then there's another above it, and there's another above that, and that top one has the tower. I don't think I made that clear enough for you.
Yeah. Well, I guess we can, between the three of us, we can pull the ladder up each stage.
Yeah. Yeah, and while you're doing all of this, one of your comrades will question about your wounds. Y'all wounded? Actually, in the proper voice. Montem approaches Lord Tyrael. Lord Tyrael, I understand if you want to keep us weaker people at bay and you need a force to protect the sleds, Gods forbid a Death Knight-like creature comes and takes them away again at this point in time with no shelter nearby. We'd all die. But surely you don't intend to scale these floating islands so injured.
I shake my head and I say I appreciate the offer for help, sir, but we must continue. We don't have any other choice. We'll be fine.
Now that we have the ladder, though, we could bring some of them with us.
They're just dog shit, and they're gonna get.
Yeah, they're literally liabilities. Okay. Except maybe if Lord Khan can cast some wicked spells.
Either Lord Khan or maybe Vash. Those are the only people who.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe bringing Vash isn't the worst idea. He's got 50 health. Like, there's some value in that.
Let's bring Vash and Lord Khan then.
Sure. Who are we leaving behind then?
I actually think that Lord Khan might die. I
Gang.
think we keep Lord Khan here, but just bring Vash.
I think we bring Lord Khan because he has spells. Those are so good. We can protect him for the most.
Okay, I mean, if you want to, he's just got low HP. I'm just worried, but yeah.
Are we leaving our party down here to die if anything shows up?
Vago will be there, Hans, Montem, Brain Gang, and Pola. Brain Gang and Pola are fighters. They're both 6th level. They should be fine against like most things. But
Okay.
even if the other two are there and like a big thing comes, I think they die.
Okay.
Okay. The party approaches the floating stone. Now your ladder is tall, right?
We don't have any more healing potions left at all, do we? Did we get any or loot
No.
any from the
We did.
castle?
We looted some from the castle, but I don't know who has them. Nick, do you have any?
Sorry, repeat that.
Oh, if we had potions, I put all of them on the glacier sheet, so I'll check that.
I have some potions, yeah.
Hold on, let me just see what we have on the sheet.
I've got 1 healing and 1 extra healing. So yeah,
we have a
happy
few
to.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, we
okay.
have 5 extra healing potions.
Yeah. Wait, we've got 5 potions of healing. Not extra healing, but...
We have 5 potions of extra healing. We have 2 potions on the glacier.
Oh, shit, we do. Oh, we've got 7 of those then, because we've got 5 more above, so...
I'm
Okay.
taking 2.
Can I drink, I just want to drink 1 potion of healing?
Mm-hmm.
Did it work?
It does. 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah, I took 2 just to put on my sheet of the 3d8 plus 3. I already took it off, and I'm taking 2 of the 2d4 plus 2 just to have. And I'm going to heal.
Did you subtract 1 that I drank or no?
No, I haven't.
All right.
I'm gonna drink a 3d8.
Right, I should roll that effect.
16.
It passes. You consume the potion. It fills your gullet.
I'm gonna drink one of the 3d8 plus 3 potions as well. Does it work?
4 HP.
Yes, it does.
17. Did I just subtract 1? Fuck. Did you guys see on stream? Did I remove one of the potions of extra healing? How many were in here? 5?
Of extra healing, there
Yes.
were 5 originally.
And
I
you took
2.
2, and I just drank 1. Okay. I'm gonna drink one more potion of healing.
No problem.
Okay, that's... I'm zeroing that out. And then I just because fuck it, this might be the last hurrah. So I'm gonna drink. We have 5 more potions of healing here. I'm gonna drink 1 more potion of healing. Tell me this works.
It goes off without a hitch.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, I'm at full HP now.
Excellent.
I'm gonna take the potions of extra healing. I'm gonna take 2 of those and I'll put them on my satchel or my back or whatever.
Bring your new shiny sword, I think.
I am bringing it, yeah, just in case.
All right. Now you're leaving behind Montem and Hans, but you're bringing Vash, right? And you're bringing Pola?
No, we're bringing Vash and Lord Khan.
Vash and Khan, got it.
We're gonna give Lord Khan a healing potion, I think. Here's 2d4 plus 2. Does it work?
Ooh, no, it does not work. Oh, no.
Unlucky, bro.
It critically fails. Where's my critically fail of it? Catastrophe.
You'll be fine.
Very
He'll
low
be fine.
chance
He'll
of
be
a
fine.
catastrophe.
Don't worry.
He'll be right. Not worried about him. And I think we're ready to go, then.
Yeah. Excuse me, sorry.
Seriously?
Lord Khan
Long day.
heaves forward, falls to his hands and knees, and retches up everything he had in his system.
He's fine.
Can you make me a poison save for for Lord Khan, someone?
Yep, got it.
Wait, you roll so bad.
All right, yeah. It's a good point. It's a good point. Well made. You roll it. Oh, nice work, Moon.
Oh my
I can wait. I just want to roll it just to see. Because then if I get it too, then we know.
Because that's how this
Yes.
works. Yeah, do it.
That is.
Wow.
He begins to shiver and shake and shudder. Sweat runs down his face in the cold air. He retches again. Nothing comes up but the sound of gagging.
Give him another one.
No, Lord Khan, I don't think you should come.
Yeah,
Alright.
you'd think.
Anton and Cyril, let's leave him here to recover. It would be unfair.
Pola will grab Lord Khan and bring him back to a tent and do her best to tend to him.
It's a shame Neal isn't here right now. He'd be perfect for this, I say, wistfully.
All right, we go.
All right.
Yes.
How tall is your ladder, Nick? What's the tallest ladder you can make? It's at
Let
least
me
30 feet, right? Is it 60 feet? Should be able to be 60 feet.
I think so. It's 1 cubic yard per level. So it can be fucking massive.
And you're level 10?
11.
11?
So the most ungenerous reading of it could make it 11 yards high, but I think 11 cubic yards is the volume, in which case I think it can be
hundreds
much
of yards,
taller.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 11 yards would be 33 feet, would get you to the bottom. It's a ladder. It can go at least, let's call it 60 feet, because needs a certain width, and we're cutting down the front of it. 60 feet is a sturdy ladder that isn't going to break if it's leaned up against something. It's a fine, stable distance with no shenanigans.
Well, and that's what we estimated the distance to be, right? Obviously, you'd tell us if the next level was 100 feet.
Yeah, I mean, gauging from the ground, it looks like ground to top level of the earth is 60 feet, and then the next one is about the same, and then but the next island isn't directly above it. It's above and like 10 feet to the side. And then the next one is directly above that. And then the one above that is like 30 feet over and like 30 feet up. So one of them is at like at least a 45-degree angle between the two. And if you get up there, you might want to rethink your ladder or adjust your ladder or something like that. But who knows if you'll even get to that top layer.
60 feet ladder sounds like that might work. 30 feet across and 30 feet up is less than 60.
I just don't know if you feel comfortable with that much weight on a ladder, on a wooden ladder.
I do.
With nothing in the middle to support it.
You said it was a sturdy ladder, right?
It is a sturdy ladder, yeah. But like, you're big boys with dragon armor and stuff. You're not,
the columns of like anti-fly zone, were they hollow in the middle? Like, could I, for example, fly under the ladder and support it, or would I be in the no-fly zone?
No, it seemed to be fairly ubiquitous. It seemed to be solid all the way through, although, this shit's always hard to tell.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think we get going, right? We'll go the first 60 feet at least.
So you climb the first area, and you get to this island that's maybe 30 feet across, 50 feet long. It's got a little wobble in it. And on here, there is a tower. And then there's a small mini tower. The first tower is maybe 30 feet tall, 20 feet wide. It's got like an archway entrance with a door on it. It's got parapets along the rooftop. And then the other one is like a little tiny 1.5 tall mini tower, which at first is sort of just a bit of an amusement. But what really catches your eye is that through the windows you can see movement. And on each of these platforms, each of these floating islands in the sky, there is no snow. There is mostly dirt. Some of them have there are some small grassy patches here, but it is free from snow.
Well, let's go in the.
You're beginning to sweat underneath your cloaks, your heavy clothing.
I'll throw off my heavy clothing. Here, leave it on the thing. Let's explore the man-sized tower first, and then I could shrink one of you, if you'd like. We'd have to wait a couple of hours for it to wear off, but you'd be able to enter that smaller tower.
Let's explore the big tower,
Yeah.
You approach the big tower. It is made of stone. It has a large archway in the front of it, with a set of solid oaken wooden doors behind, banded with iron.
Yeah.
You have knock?
Well, I do. I cast knock.
Just your luck. Your spell fizzles.
That's why we have a rogue.
Is there any way to is there a lock that I can pick or anything?
Yeah, there's a lock right there.
Why did you cast knock before me just trying to pick the lock?
A lot of the bad things I do, it's because Muton tells me to do them. That's mostly the reason.
As I go up and I walk towards the door, can I touch my hammer to see if there are any traps?
Well, that's a great question. Yeah, there's a trap here. The lock is indeed trapped.
Well,
the hammer says to you.
Understanding there's a trap, then can I remove the trap and then attempt to open the lock?
You'll need the first one to find it because the hammer is not sure exactly where it is, and you can find the trap within the lock. There is some sort of explosive spell that is triggered by an improper opening of the key. It's got like a locking mechanism and then a safety mechanism to prevent the charge.
Wait, I'm pretty sure last time we played it that the hammer could find the trap, and then he would only have to do one check.
The last time it was a very clear, obvious.
Oh,
it was
it's a
just
clear
a
one?
sigil on the ground,
Okay.
and the hammer picked it up right away. This is a more nefarious, built into the mechanism, not thrown after ad hocly. But you've got a 95% chance of success, so just make me another roll and it'll be fine, right?
Well, I'll just do these 2 in a row. These are my 2 rolls. It's the same dice, and then I'll roll one for an so that's
Yeah.
a fine. That's a remove trap, and now I do an open lax.
Perfect. Yeah. You find a way to disable the trap and open the lock, and the door clicks open satisfactorily. And with a big shove, you can swing the heavy doors inward, and you can see a large common room with big tables sprawled out. This room is bigger on the inside than the outside of the tower would initially allow. It's maybe 20, 30 feet across, something like that. But the inside appears to be like 60 feet across, with huge tables running down the center in a set of columns with chairs on either side and candles or candelabras throughout. No candles within them. It looks like the tables are not set with silverware or plates or anything like that. There's a room off to one side that sort of, you can tell that there's the whole section that's been walled off by the curvature of the outside. There's a staircase on the left that rises up to the second floor. There's not much in the way of stuff here. There's like tables and chairs.
No rogue stones.
No, there's no rogue stones lying around. There are
Okay.
candelabras that all seem to be made out of silver. The silver in here alone would be worth a small fortune.
Well,
Let alone what lies beyond these doors.
I think we're past that point. Let's continue to explore.
Okay.
If that knock spell would have went off, would that fire trap have been
Sprung.
Sprung, yeah.
Yeah, these are just like 6 damage there or something. It's
Okay.
really small. But yeah, it would probably. But it probably wouldn't have done damage to anybody because nobody's there for it.
Just curious.
Where do you want to explore? The other rooms on this floor, or do you just want to go to the top?
Go to the top.
Video game.
At this point,
Wait, no.
can I throw the ring
Bit-
to Imric? And he can wear the true sight ring, activate it, look around, see if we can see anything.
Sure. I mean, video game logic suggests that we explore the ground floor before going up now.
Yeah.
Wait, why? I'm just curious.
It's just because, like,
You always
clear
explore
this
every side
floor.
room before you go to the very last objective.
I go to the top, then I go down.
What?
Chad.
What?
Because that's where the good loot is to help you do the down floors.
Yeah, but sometimes you
Wow.
might activate the next part of the story and then the island falls out of the sky and then we don't get to explore any of the side rooms.
Maybe.
Not that room. Anton, that's the unskippable cutscene. Oh no.
Where did you decide to go? Ground floor?
We explore the ground floor, yeah. It's a 2-to-1 vote.
Yeah. To the right, you find this extra sealed off area. The doors swing easily open. They're like saloon-style doors that push into a large kitchen with pots and pans and sinks and that still run clean, fresh water through them. You know, just like there's a pipe that just dumps water into a basin, which then drains water out of it, going who knows where. There are barrels and buckets and all the things that one would need to run a kitchen. You can look in the barrels and buckets and see like the very, very old decayed bits of food that have been here for so long that it's pretty much just like whatever solid material, you know, there's like the bones of chickens that didn't properly ever fully decay that are in some of these things, or maybe some seeds from apple cores lying around.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, none of the food here is good, but there are plates and dishes and all the things one would need to make a kitchen run. There's some of those brooms that look like those magical sweeping brooms that you've been seeing everywhere around you. There are a pair of candles lit above the sink, like someone left the lights on after they finished cleaning up and doing dishes. There's drying racks where things are sit to dry, but now they're collected with dust. There's no magic items or swords lying around. Anton, did you use the ring of true sight?
I'm using it. I'm using it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you go permanently blind. Cool.
If only Chauncey. Yeah, there are a couple of small magical trinkets here, brooms, candles, that sort of thing. Nothing
But
that
they're
you
not
would
working,
find.
right?
Well, while I've got my robes on, I'll just
Two
pocket
candles are
any-
burning. The brooms haven't been deployed, so they're just chilled.
We literally have an army of magic brooms. We don't need any more.
I pocket brooms and candles in my pockets.
Okay.
Might as well. I mean, if they disappear, they disappear.
Gotcha.
Wait, is the skull still there?
Yeah, it misses you with the attack.
I throw it out.
Tries to bite your fingers. You chuck it out.
Fucking
It
thing.
lands on the ground and begins to roll towards the exit. Head over,
Yeah.
Anton, the claws are still on your body somewhere, trying to crawl around you, but tethered to your waist.
Home.
They're coming home. Oh, nice.
Coming home, baby.
Oh, actually, an animated skull would have been pretty cool. Never mind. Wait, no. I run after it. I put it back. I'm keeping it.
Did the skull go like just right into the wall, or did it intelligently walk towards the exit? Because maybe we could use these things.
Beeline in any given direction. It sort of like bumped into, sort of like a Roomba. It sort of like rolled.
Gotcha.
Okay, we go to the next floor.
Yeah, you go up to the next floor, which again, extra dimensional space, bigger on the inside, and you find like a twisting pass of corridors with many, many, many doors everywhere. It's like you ever been in like a Vegas hotel, and you get up to the 30th floor and you walk around and you kind of feel like you're in some sort of undead horror maze of turning hallways with rooms and doorways everywhere, but everything looks the same. Do that without any like numbering or labeling.
Okay.
Carpets run across the ground.
Do we want to open and explore all of these doors?
I mean, it'd be stupid not to, I think, right?
Yep. We explore everything.
I can have somebody stand by the entrance here. They can hold onto a rope, and I'll grab it, and I will take my hammer, tapping it, making sure there's nothing trapped, and then we can just go from room to room.
Mm-hmm. Room to room you go and search.
And we mark the doors.
Or we just leave them open.
Mark the way back.
Or no, somebody can stand at the front, and we can just give them a rope, and then we just pull the rope to go back.
Okay. Yeah.
You're leaving somebody at the front and holding a rope so that no one gets lost in the twisting maze. That's very wise. So that means the other two of you are going together with the rope, right? Who stays behind?
Vash.
No, fuck. It should be 2 stay behind and 2 go. The buddy system.
All right, Anton will stay back.
Anton and Vash will hold one end of the rope. Tyrael and Emmerich hold the other as they search the
Or even
room.
fuck it, actually. We should be able to find like something to attach the rope to. Like a pot or something, just tie it around. We're not like yanking it or anything. We're just like...
Yeah, that's not going to be a problem at all.
Let's just do the buddy system. It'll be fine.
If we get into a big fight, we just do what's going to suck. But okay, fine. Buddy system, let's go.
You can do a fight. Blow the whistle.
We'll pull the rope.
Yeah.
Good luck.
And I think this is a great opportunity to end our stream as the party searches the first of potentially 3 magical towers floating on islands in the sky in the frozen wasteland of Glacia, wrecked by ancient magics.
Wow.
Maybe this is Solomon Keeper, this collection of towers.
You know what? Maybe, dude. It might be.
Maybe. That would be really cool.
We have 3 questions from our wonderful viewers. To Koibu, we have seen that the gods have artifacts such as Malki's and Velthara's amulets, as well as Varasi's spear. So does that mean that every god has one? And if so, how many of you thought up for each god? And if not, why do only those gods have artifacts?
Oh, that's a great question. I've been waiting a while for someone to answer that. Yes. All the deities have their own special thing that they made once upon a time. I have a small list of them. I haven't come up with an item for every single deity yet because it hasn't come into play. And I expect, even if I were to do this for another 30 years, we wouldn't get to each and every one of them.
Oh, we can only try.
We're about to get the bonus one soon, right?
Yeah, maybe, actually. Yeah. All right, well.
Wait, follow-up question.
What?
What did Van Helsing have to do to get Cheese's item?
I'm
Why
sorry.
was he so scared?
You are not a patron. You don't get to ask questions right now.
True.
Oh,
damn.
Damn it.
For all the players.
Next week, guys. Sorry, go on.
Was there an earlier scenario in the campaign that you would have been satisfied with the death of your character? Where?
Oh, that's a good question, actually.
There's been like so much dumb shit that we've done so far.
Honestly, the beholder thing, I feel like we just kind of deserve to die there.
I think if either of you had died in that beholder
Yeah, I
fight,
wouldn't even mad. I don't think. I would just
if Imric had died in the beholder
Oh, wait,
fight,
wait,
I'd be
wait,
really
wait.
pissed off.
Do you mean the ones we just did or the one a long time ago?
the one a long time.
Oh,
ago.
yeah, that one I could have. Sure.
No, the ones that we just did.
That would not. That was wacky.
That
The one a long
wouldn't-
time
that
ago?
wouldn't-
Maybe.
That
Sure.
wouldn't apply.
I'm trying to think. I just get cooked in every boss fight, so there's not really a satisfying one for me to go out in.
What if Anton would have died underwater in the when the trolls were holding you down in the fight against the?
Oh wait, I would have liked to have been killed by that barnacle in the Mermaid Palace.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Well, we were looking for the glasses or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you remember, I attacked it and it didn't move,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, oh, okay, it's probably safe then. And then I walked past and Neal like triple crit me for like 30 damage.
Nice.
Yeah.
For all
Happy memories.
in any campaign, have you had a satisfying early death for a character where you didn't complete the story but still walked away satisfied with how things turned out? I think I had one character that blew himself up with a fireball in a room full of like evil dolls. That was cool.
Oh yeah, that was good. Oh, I
Right
forgot
near
about
the
evil
start.
dolls.
The evil dolls. There were a lot of them. I fireballed the whole fucking room because fuck it.
Not lost many characters, but when we first started playing Hardcore Heroes, we did a one-shot once, Neal, and I rolled a character with 2 18s. And I was like, this girl had been kidnapped or something had happened to her in the local keep. And I was like, I'm going to go investigate it. So I climbed over the wall, and then the guards got alerted. And I tried to run away and failed my climbing check and just got killed by the walls at level 1. It was really sad.
Holy shit.
By just falling off the wall?
No, like I tried to climb and failed, and then the guards just came out and stabbed me to death.
Nice.
That's great.
All right, well, hey, subscribe to the Patreon if you want to ask questions. We'll answer them at the end of every episode. Otherwise, I think that's it. Everybody check your calendars. We're here next week at the normal time.
But
Well,
not
that's
the
right.
week after.
But not the week after.
But not
Okay.
the week after.
All right, well, we'll see you guys later. Have fun. Peace out.
See you later.